Oh, no. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome to
Jim
Jim's
forgot
chair.
that we were playing. Here he is. He's here now.
Welcome. 2 minutes was a lot shorter than I thought 2 minutes was, and here I am. 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock right now. I will say that it's 6 o'clock on the dot. So I feel confident in what I've done. And it is Friday night. I didn't miss that. And it's time for check-ins and things. Here we are. Welcome, everybody. I guess we're gonna play Pathfinder. I was in the bathroom, everybody. Just so y'all know, I went to the bathroom, and I thought I had just a few more seconds. I really thought I timed that well, but I didn't. And here we are. Here we are. So I did. Batman Sarah hopes I washed out my hands, and I did. I did wash my hands. That's actually why, because it's the new. Like, you have to make sure it's 20 seconds now, because before you didn't really have to pay super close attention, but now it's like, no, if it's not 20 seconds, big problems. The whole world could be in big trouble if you're not 20 seconds. So I did that correctly, and now here I am. It's
Okay,
I don't know. I'm not all off kilter. Let's do dragons and things. Y'all want to do that? I guess. Now that we're here. I'm just gonna play Pathfinder. I have nothing else for you. Heroic Endeavors Incorporated, where you can become more than yourself, where your actions become the songs of legend, where treasure received from mythic beasts flows through your fingers after a hard-fought battle, where good defeats evil. At least that's what they tell you when you walk through the door. What they leave out is how many adventurers' lives are cut short by the very mythic beast whose treasures you hope to claim. How many of you are devoured, burned, frozen, cursed, poisoned, or even, in some cases, turned to stone? A grim reality, yet here you are, standing before the petrified form of Fanray Mithel. A hero? Maybe. Her motivations have always been a little suspect, but a friend? Most definitely. Some of you can recall the time.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no. I thought it was just me. Rose.
Oopsie recalls the time. Oh, nope. Oopsie recalls the time that Fanray turned to stone, and I had a ladder for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
What's
used it twice.
What's your favorite Fanray memories?
Oh gosh. She helped me in and out of a really muddy pit once. I owe her for that.
What about you, Nathan? Oh, I can't hear you.
No. Nathan he can't even vocalize right now. What Peepa's
Somebody has stolen his voice. Hawk! Don't worry, we'll help you.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open,
Every story is unique.
and the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Gather your crew and prepare to embark on the journey of a lifetime as you explore the packed worlds of the Starfinder universe, taking on the role of a science fantasy hero customized to fit your playstyle. But danger lurks amongst the stars. Will you fight back with advanced weaponry and cunning tactics? Or will your hero wield the devastating forces that fuse magic and technology together to alter reality? Your crew must come together if you have any hope of victory. In Starfinder, every decision drives the adventure as you build an epic saga with your friends. Bring your story to life in a game where the fate of the worlds rests on the answer to the most important question of all. What do you do? Begin your journey into the Starfinder universe today with the Starfinder Beginner Box, now available at Paizo.com, your local gaming store, and anywhere else adventure can be found.
Hi everyone, my name's Ben, and I'm the GM of Rise of the Runtlords. We'd like to invite you to come watch our show every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We have such a great time. My players are the best!
Ben is the worst. He's the worst.
He is the worst. The worst. He's the worst.
Literally the worst.
Ben is the worst.
I remember this one time.
Ben made me get him ice cream in the middle of a stream. He's always trying to throw my character off a cliff into a furnace, and he thinks it's so funny.
It was so funny. And who could forget? Ben keeps trying to kill my dog. He doesn't even roll dice. I mean, I've never seen him roll dice. He just makes the numbers up.
Good times. Oh, and this other time.
He makes up these stupid voices with these stupid characters.
He just expects me to know everything.
We just have such a good time because we're such good friends.
Ben killed my character. For no reason. That's rude. It's rude and it's childish.
Stop trying to kill Ripka! I don't know why he does it. It's just a game.
My name is Ben, and I'm gonna do this dumb character. It's gonna sound like this.
I can't know every roll, Ben. You need to check yourself before.
So join us Thursday nights.
Just so that he can game.
6:30 p.m. Pacific.
Don't even need it. Yeah, just go ahead and kill him.
On the DaT network.
Can you understand it? 'Cause I can't understand it.
Hey, everybody. It is 6 o'clock.
We're back.
It's Friday night. It's time for Dragons and Things. Yay! Woo! Hooray! I bet you all were really faked out by that cool fake intro that we recorded. Wasn't that funny? Yeah,
I knew we would get
You
them.
guys thought the show had started in a totally ridiculous manner, but it hadn't. We're actually starting the show now. We got you.
April
Boy,
Fool.
we're on top of it, and we know exactly what's happening at all times. And it's all controlled and on purpose. Just so you're all aware. On the record. I'll go ahead and start the intro for the show, Heroic Endeavors, that has not yet...
He's faking me out again.
Oh, there is.
Allow me to read the introduction for the first time tonight. Heroic Endeavors Incorporated, where you can become more than yourself, where your actions become the songs of legend, where treasure sieved from mythic beasts flows through your fingers after a hard-fought battle, where good defeats evil. At least that's what they tell you when you walk through the door. What they leave out is just how many adventurers' lives are cut short by the very mythic beasts whose treasures you hope to claim. How many of you are devoured, burned, frozen, cursed, poisoned, or even, in some cases, turned to stone. A grim reality, yet here you are, standing before the petrified form of Fanray Mithel. A hero? Maybe. Her motivations have always been a little suspect. But a friend? Absolutely. Some of you can recall the time she stood against danger only to make sure you could reach safety. There was something surprisingly selfless in her beneath the avarice and pride. Above all, she's one of you. She didn't deserve this fate. But there might be hope. Pipa, Rias, and Oopsie, you've seen stone transformed to flesh by powerful magic with your own eyes. A halfling druid in Stay Hill Village possesses such power. You know the only thing to do is to find her and convince her to help Fanray. Kanshaka has volunteered to stay behind and ensure the statue comes to no harm. He seems to know how to handle himself here in the forest, so the three of you make your way out of the forest and back to the city of Kavalosha. The best way to get to Stay Hill Village is via a massive bridge over Lake Kavalos. It's safe, well-traveled, and quick. If you can find this druid quickly, Fanray might be flesh and bone before the sun sets tomorrow. The only trick will be making sure Heroic Endeavors Incorporated does not find out. After all, you were working on an unapproved contract with Fanray. If corporate finds out that their own licensees were undercutting them, you'd lose your adventuring licenses and be liable for outlandish damages per your contracts. There should be no problem avoiding HEI's notice, unless that's two other licensees crossing the bridge to Stay Hill with you right now. Oh, you recognize them. It's Sheog and Hawk. What are they doing on the bridge? It's fine. You'll just wait until they're already... No, they've already seen you. They're coming over. It's a disaster. What do you do?
We
read comments!
Hey, it's comment time! I'm sure there's no comments about tech glitches because we didn't have any.
Nope.
We just had that funny prank video that we played before the episode started.
I told you they wouldn't expect an April Fool's in May, Jim.
We got good, Jared. Fantastic idea that you had.
Norse Founder was saying, is Jim making his room even darker?
No, everything's actually brighter than it usually is, I think.
It's brighter.
Give it a couple hours. It'll be dark as night.
It will be.
Because it will be literal.
McCranky staying saying...
Go for it. No, Nathan, go for it. Go for it.
McCranky Stank was saying hello, everyone. Hello, McCranky Stank.
Hello.
Hello.
Stank. Hello, lizard.
It looks like we've got some cheers already. Sarah BC1 coming in with some cheers. Someone else coming in with some cheers, along with a sub. So thank you someone else for the sub. Alex Pro 460 has subbed. That's a big name on the channel. We're really lucky to pull in somebody with such credentials to the subs. So thank you, Alex Road 460. And of course, we've got resubs from That Girl That Place and Michael R. Vander. My own father has subbed to me. I've at least got my father's. Nothing else. Have that.
Talk about an important
Hi, Mike.
We got some new followers over the last 24 hours. We got looks like King DZH, Andy Guanaco, Jasper Littlefoot, Yuri Dice, Abyss Kisser.
Abyss Kisser.
Abyss Kisser. We also had a donation come in from Lamar the Con Guy. That's our very own Con Shaka. Donated $55 for an edge and a sink to all of the players. It looks like Crossbones AE is donating $10 for an edge for Jim Jam and Hawk.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. Lamar the Con Guy is saying, yeah, F you, Jim, seeming to forget that he's a player in the game I run. And I wonder how his character's going to fare the next time he appears on the stream.
Oh, man. You get back, there's 2 stone statues.
Yeah.
The real question
Sarah BC1 became our new bit boss and gave a reroll to Oopsie. Me.
Oh.
Very nice.
What were you saying, Jim?
I was just saying that the real POTUS 98 said, Jim, you can't start talking about cheers and subs during the comment break. That stuff comes at the end of the comment reading break. I can do what I want.
Jim's not wrong on that.
Oh man! All right, so are you ready to play some Pathfinder?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yes.
I'm ready too. Let's do it. So, Oopsie, Rias, and Peepa, you are all about to cross the massive stone bridge that crosses Lake Cavelos so that you can get to State Hill Village in hopes of finding the druid that you've seen with your own eyes transform a stone statue into a flesh and blood woman, hoping that she can do the same for Fanray. However, now walking towards you are two people that you know to be associated with Heroic Endeavors Incorporated. It is a ranger, now accompanied by a dog. His name is Hawk. The dog is unknown to all of you. Must be something new. And then there's Shayog, somebody that, Peepa, you once almost sat in the lap of while she flung herself across the battlefield to net the gargoyle, but then thought better of it. What do you do?
Hi, guys. So good to see you here. What are you doing?
Peepa! Hello!
Hi!
Die.
And I run over to Shayog and I give her a hug at knee level, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I have locked
Who's this
eyes on
old
this
then?
dog, and I am not taking my eyes off of it. Oopsie is very cautious about this dog.
Well, hello. How are all of you? Hello. What do you do?
Pickle.
Pickle hunting.
Is that your name?
Really?
Yes.
He's locking eyes on the dogs, passing out a pickle to the half orc and a pickle to Hawk. Just still eyes on that dog.
For everyone.
So
I think the real question is, where is Oopsie getting all these pickles? He
I got a
has
guy.
a huge supply of pickles.
Oopsie's got a guy.
He's got a pickle guy?
He's got a pickle guy.
So
Are these full pickles, or are you handing out pickled chips to everyone?
No, they're like gherkins probably.
Okay.
'Cause I
Just wanted to make sure.
a lot of yeah, cocktail pickles.
So, Peepa, you happen to know these two, yes?
Shayog is my friend, and this is Hawk. And Hawk, who is this next to you? Is this someone new?
Yes. It's Ajax. He's brought him on, helped me with the hunt.
Oh, is he friendly?
Yeah. As long as you don't try to hurt him.
Oopsie runs and tries to hug him around the neck after he hears that he's friendly.
So, Peepa, these are the two that you were hanging out with a couple weeks ago, yes? The Shayog that shot off the catapult, is it?
Yes. I almost went with her, but she did a better job.
Oh, yes, I heard of that great endeavor that you pulled. Quite impressive, none to say the least. And then, Hawk, you were... Yes, you with the rabbit eye of being able to hit your enemies. Quite impressive.
Thank you.
Hawk doesn't speak much, does he, Peepa?
No, he's kind of grumpy sometimes.
Ah, the grumpy one. Ah, yes, okay.
But I'm sure he means well.
So,
I'm sure it has.
what you do?
Pickle hunting.
Yes, pickle hunting. Oopsie really wanted a stash of pickles, and we found a farm very far away, where we got pickles.
We go halfling. We go village. Get pickles. Very nice.
Pickle village.
Want to come?
Yeah. What do you think, Hawk? Do you think
We can't take you there right now, and we were just coming back from there.
Oh, I see. Well,
We've got a job to do.
Slowly, ever so slowly, Jim Jam. Oopsie wants to try and just stealthily mount this new dog as a riding dog.
It just keeps sidestepping every time you lift your leg.
But we're on a bridge, Jim.
It's a very wide bridge.
Eventually, I'm sure the dog starts to bristle a little bit.
Where were the two of you heading on some mission as well? Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Pickles. Yes, Pickles.
Well, Hawk and I, we work hard. Yes, Hawk.
Yeah, we've got a job.
Yeah.
Oh. And where is this job? Back that way?
Gotta go in
Down
town.
the bridge?
Into town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hawk and Shayok,
sounds like a...
Sorry. You both are on your way to Stay Hill Village. Your current contract to escort a prisoner being held in the Stay Hill Village jailhouse to Kavalosha to await a trial in the city.
Yeah, that.
Well, I suppose we should get to it. Doesn't sound fun.
You want to come along?
Hawk?
We can come, right? Oopsie?
Yes, we could accompany you across the bridge as well. Might be
I
good
feel
to
like
have
I'm
more
slowly
company.
chasing the dog down the bridge. Like, slowly.
Oopsie, where are you going?
It's okay. As long as the dog doesn't pee on me, we're good.
Hey, Jax, deal.
Oopsie, drive dog. Oopsie, drive dog.
No.
I don't think it works that way, Oopsie. You could drive the boat, but I don't believe you can drive a dog.
Sure, you grab ears, turn left, right.
Don't do that.
No.
He won't like that.
No.
Yes, him.
Well, people, you want to come with us? It's so nice to see your face.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go, guys. I'm ready.
Unless, are you on some sort of mission yourself?
Oh.
No. We're not.
I just figured
it was just
three of you.
Mission right now, drive that dog.
The pickle farming. We were just heading back over to Staywell Village. Happened to run into you. That's about it. I'm curious, though, about this prisoner that you are both set off to escort back. Is he quite dangerous?
No, of course. Yeah. They chose that.
Something I can't handle.
You two seem very, very sure of yourselves. Good that we have such strong people such as yourselves to walk with us across this bridge as well. That's good.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
I
start going.
Yes,
Right?
I would say Reese as well. Just looks back. Yes, we're good, and kind of takes the lead on it. I guess a little bit, walking forward, trying not to catch eye contact with the two.
Every like 20 minutes, I'd tug on Hawk's jerkin and just be like, oopsie, drive dog now.
No, it's not that kind of dog.
One pickle for oopsie dog. Two
No.
pickle.
Jared, stop trying to ride every dog I bring into a game.
Just out of curiosity, are you trying to pay one pickle to ride the dog, or are you trying to buy the dog with a pickle?
To ride the dog.
Okay. I just wanted to know what the price you were
If it
offering
goes
was.
well, maybe I'll buy my own dog.
Okay, this is like a test dog.
Yes.
You begin making your way across the bridge. It's a very large bridge. It takes nearly an hour to cross on foot, and it's quite well populated today. It's mostly merchant wagons moving from one side to the other, but there are a number of families walking along as well. Those who can spare an extra coin hitch rides on pony wagons, and you even spot a closed chariot carrying some noble or another back to the city. At the end of the long walk, you're rewarded by the quaint, rustic architecture of the halfling village of Stayhill. You see that immediately off the bridge, there are a number of halflings, all crying wares for tourists, offering tours of the city and information and knickknacks, handcrafted by the artisans of Stayhill. It's like a whole mess of people trying to catch Cavalosians coming off the bridge. You know this is a very well-known tourist destination for people looking to get away from the city for a day. Often will come to Stayhill Village, and so it's not unexpected to see this kind of activity immediately off of the bridge. But what do? You've arrived in Stayhill. What's next?
I think that Shayog checks in with Hawk, and they have to, they have a job to do, but I think Shayog's not keen on going immediately there. Maybe she wants a drink or to look at things.
Okay.
So she says, Hawk, how much time do we have? So do we must go now to pick up that man?
I mean, the sooner we do, the sooner we get out.
Well, I guess you have a point.
The sooner we get paid. Yeah.
Oh, I like to get paid. Okay, we go and get him now, yeah. Okay, never mind. No drink.
Do you know the way to the...
We got to go. The way to the jail?
Yeah.
Oh,
Either
ask
one
someone.
of you could make a society check if you have that, to see if you know the village very well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
9.
I don't.
9.
I don't not have it.
You sort of ask around for a little bit, and you end up paying. You end up paying a silver talon to somebody, who then tells you, "Oh yeah, if you're looking for the jailhouse, just head down here." They give you some directions to the jailhouse. But yeah, you could head directly there.
Do you lot want to stick with us?
We go find pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, we have to go to our
pickles to
flyer.
Pickles.
Yes. Yes.
I have to be honest. I didn't even know you hunted pickles.
Yeah, it's a delicacy during this time.
How else do we get pickles?
I never thought about it before. Yes, that's how. You know that, Hawk? No?
No.
Oh.
Now,
Okay.
is this a personal quest or is it a mission? From
Oh no, Oopsie just wanted a pickle.
It's personal. Oopsie Pickles. Yes. That's going to be the brand name as well, too, that we put on the jars. Oopsie Pickles. Or Oopsies.
Gig for more
What?
money.
Yes.
Wow.
But we can meet up afterwards, maybe in a day or later.
Yeah, I'd like that, Pippa. I haven't seen you in so
What?
long. I would love to talk to you. What's that, Huck?
I just said all right.
All right.
Okay, bye dog. Hug dog. Bye dicey dog again. Bye dog. Then
Bye,
Oopsie
friend.
starts backing away, looking for the next shiny
Pleasure
thing
to
catch
meet you. Be careful taking whatever person it is that you have to take with you, but be safe. We'll meet up with you later, most definitely.
Oh, okay. And then Shayog walks towards the front of the jail, slightly confused.
You're making your way towards the jailhouse while splitting off from your other companions. Just for my own amusement, Oopsie, will you make a nature check?
I certainly will. +4 to this roll. Comes out to be a 13, Jim.
13. Well, certainly your efforts to ride the dog have been in vain. It at no point lets you mount it. However, it does seem to be more playful with you than hostile. So basically, every time you try to grab it, it'll dance around you like it's a game of chase rather than being hostile towards you. And it does sort of take to you. You feel like you've at least gained a friend in the dog, even though it won't let you drive it. But that maybe another time.
Soon, Hawk. Soon.
So Shayog and Hawk make their way towards the Stay Hill Village jailhouse, leaving you three finally alone. What do? You know that you need to find the druid that you actually held a contract for not too long ago. After crossing the ferry, you brought a stone statue to a halfling druid, who then proceeded to turn that stone statue into a woman. Presumably, she was a woman originally and used the ability, or not the ability, but magic to turn herself into a statue as a method for avoiding her father and escaping the city to get to Stay Hill unnoticed. A tactic that didn't quite work, as you remember some rather serious disasters on the ferry itself. However, here you are. You know that you have to find that druid once again, though you don't even know the druid's name, I believe. What do you do?
The boat docked right next to the bridge, or is it on the far side of town?
There is a ferry dock not too far away from the bridge. In fact, just standing at the edge of it, like if you look to the east, you can actually see it. It's a little distant, but you can actually see the dock where the ferry would have come in, and so it's visible from where you are.
Oopsie, think we start there. Look for the magic lady.
Yes, I agree with you on that one, Oopsie. Maybe we could find the best questions over there, because that is really the only place we were at the last time we were here.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so you begin making your way over to the docks. It doesn't take but a few minutes walk to get there. Again, they're clearly visible from the bridge itself. So you make your way there. There are a number of workers. It doesn't look like the docks themselves are too busy. The ferry hasn't actually been running since just a few weeks before there was sort of a minor disaster aboard the ferry that you guys were privy to and a part of. And so it looks like a lot of the dock workers themselves, they're just kind of standing around, not doing a whole heck of a lot. What do you do?
You know what's doing a lot is that there's a raid going on right now.
There's a raid.
Right, Katie. Yes, thank you guys.
Katie's raiding.
Katie's raiding. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the raid. What up, raiders?
And I
I'll
think
go
there's
ahead and
also...
mention.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and mention that Crossbones AE and Scott Denuzo both have gotten the BBBBB. I've got one of the rerolls, and Shayog has another one. So that's a rare roll.
Thank you.
Gave it a reroll for me, thanks to Crossbones AE.
Nice.
Oh,
thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Jim, you did also get a sync from Real POTUS, and Sarah BC1 gave a mercy to the table.
Not as much. That's still good. Thank you very much, Sarah BC1.
Sarah BC1 watching out for us.
Thank
you. Can we use the mercies in a role play environment? Because I feel like the three of us trying to get information isn't going to go well, Jim. I just have a...
I mean, typically, no. Mercies specifically are for edges. Edges will help you in roleplay situations. I don't think mercies have much of a use there for you. Rerolls.
And I'm...
But Shayog has the reroll. Oh, oopsie, you have a reroll. You're fine. You have one reroll. You're fine.
I got one dramatic move, and it's, do you want a pickle? That's all I got.
Jim, can I do like a society check, see if maybe there are any dock workers that might have noticed from the...
Sure, go ahead.
Nope, I don't notice anybody. That's an 8. I noticed that there's people. And a peeper.
There are people.
That's about it.
Plenty of people around. You do know that halflings themselves tend to be rather friendly and welcoming to visitors, so it wouldn't be too out of place if you wanted to just try to start asking around about people. They tend to be rather friendly and open, and they're very used to tourists. Again, a lot of people from the city come in looking for sort of a day out, so to speak. Stay Hill's economy is largely sort of absorbed that commerce from people coming in from the city. So,
does it look like there's some charge of like the boats docking off, like someone taking records, maybe someone walking around? Or
make a perception check for me, or for people. Perception.
18.
18. Oh yeah. You can sort of tell. Obviously, there's some of the workers who, with nothing to do, are just sort of hanging out. They have no cargo to load or unload, and no boats coming in really this day. However, you do see that every once in a while there's a halfling who is sort of walking around trying to inspire them to at least look like they're working. And you would guess this is probably somebody who's in charge. You do notice that every time this particular halfling passes by, everybody sort of like perks up and will sort of make the effort to look like, oh yeah, we're doing something here, boss. No worries. But then as soon as that halfling is out of sight, they just kind of go back to chilling because there's nothing really to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jim.
Everyday life situation. Got it.
House Valisk. That was the house that the girl escaped from, right?
Indeed, you do remember clearly the name House Velask, a wealthy house from Cavalocia. And indeed, it did seem as though the woman that you actually transported across the lake was the lord of the house's daughter, who was attempting to escape the family, so to speak.
Okay. I tuck my sheep's hair halfling hood up, and as I'm watching these halflings, I'm trying to mimic their mannerisms a little bit more than I normally would. And I turn and look at Pippa and Riss. And, what do now? Who talk to?
That one. And I point to the one that looks like is in charge. And I said, let's go. And we're going to head over to that guy.
Sure. You head over to the one that you have presumed to be the sort of boss of the docks. He notices you three making your way over to him, and he sort of stops, and he seems almost confused at first, but then quickly sort of hides that with a big smile and says, hello, what can I do for you?
Do you remember us from us helping off the shipment in the first place? Was he there?
You're not certain if he was there or not. He looks important and in charge, but you're not really sure if you can remember his face very clearly.
Okay. So we were here just a day or two helping with the shipment, and we just wanted to make sure that the Lady of the Stone was safely brought to her place. I forgot her name. I really wanted to say thank you that she has done before she turned to stone.
Make a diplomacy check, Pipa.
Pickle?
Ooh, 19 plus 8.
Ooh.
And I just smiled.
Wow, that is a solid success. The halfling that you're looking at says, Stone Lady, you say? Well, can't say I know anything about any stone ladies, but if you're looking for information, most people, they'd head down to Pops. Lots of rumors passing through Pops.
Oh, what is Pops, if you don't mind me?
Oh, that's a tavern. Most of the locals know that one. It's away from the bridge in the city center, and he actually gives you directions to the tavern itself. He says, yeah, they have lots of, if you're looking for something specific, Any stone ladies, perhaps they'd know what happened to them.
Perfect. And before I go, I'm going to take out my harp and inspire courage to the workers and have them be inspired to work as a thank you.
They are all inspired
sound like
to work.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
They're not there, Diane. You have to do it.
Everybody is quite amused by the harp itself, and they all seem to be indeed actually pretty inspired, like by the music itself. You can tell that the music is very delightful to them. They seem to really enjoy listening to the melody as you all make your way towards the tavern that was in. And let us now turn our attention to our other two HEI licensees, Sheog and Hawk. You make your way to a stout stone building with a heavy iron door marked as the Stayhill Village Constable's Office and Jailhouse. Several serious-looking halflings in studded leather cuirasses are idling about, but looking sharp as you arrive. One of them marches up to you and extends a hand. Miles Farlow, Constable Farlow. From the look of it, I'd say you are our friends from HEI. Yes?
Yes, we are.
Hi.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Do have a bit of bad news. I know you're here for a prisoner escort, but there's been a bit of a snag. Bureaucracy being what it is. Someone from the city got a bug up about the arrest reports. The word is, this case is very highly connected, and they want everything in very tip-top shape. Or it's either that, or someone's trying to gum up the works for the exact same reason. Or perhaps a combination of the two. Either way, we actually need a witness signature from somebody who was at the incident to release the prisoner. We sent a letter to your headquarters to send someone who'd actually been on the ferry. I heard a number of HEI agents were actually responsible for the arrest, but looks like that message might have arrived a little bit too late. I hate to do this to you, but until the arrest report has a signature from one of the witnesses from the ferry, I'm not going to be able to release the prisoner from our custody. You'll have to go back to the city and bring somebody who was aboard the ferry.
All the way back to the city?
I know, it's government work. What can you do? I don't like it anymore. I don't even want to keep this guy in our cells. But that's the way of it.
Constable, I mean... Well, no, go ahead, Hawk.
I was just going to say, you don't happen to have a list of people who were on the ferry, do you?
I'd heard that it was a bunch of Europe. Let me look through the records. I can see if well, it looks like here there was some kind of lizard man and a leafy girl and a goblin and a human ranger. I don't know. These are all your people. Do you not have records of who was on the ferry?
I should have played this smarter. I'm a human ranger. That's all they had. I could have just signed them out.
Which is your name? He's looking through the documents. He's like, is your name Matt Mercenary?
Just really quick, looking over my deception roll. No.
Well, no, that's who we've got here is a Matt Mercenary. We could get him in. We just need any one of their signatures would do. They were all direct. They were all first-hand witnesses.
That leafy one, was it named Pippa?
Yeah, he's looking through the records again. Yeah. It's mentioned right here. Yes. It looks like they put down their statements, but they didn't actually sign the report. Yes.
All right. Fuck. Well. Yeah.
We know our chance. Let's go.
Yeah, really quick. Do you happen to know where the nearest pickle hunting is?
Pickle hunting?
Well, that's where they said they went.
Who hunts pickles? Pickles are just cucumbers that have been brined. You don't hunt them. You just pick
I don't
the cucumbers.
understand it.
Look like this business.
I mean, we make it. Pickles? Who hunts pickles?
Is there like a pickle district? It's more like bargain hunting.
Well, no, I mean, I think they sell pickles at a lot of the local taverns. Very common to have a pickle with your beer around here. Lots of our brethren enjoy that. A little bit of a local delicacy. We do make good pickles here in Stay Hill. You know,
all right, we'll have to
not better, in fact, than I think it's Pops, right? Oh yeah, Pops has excellent pickles. One of the other halflings said, I go down there all the time to get pickles and an ale. Pickles in a pint. They run a special on oath days.
Perfect.
Oh, Hawk isn't this sad. He does not know how to hunt for the pickles.
I give the guard a look, just like, this is my life. And then I say, Sheog, I know what you mean. Let's head to Pops.
Come on, again, making your way across town towards Pops, where perhaps you'll find a pickle. And it's at that moment, as you are finishing up your business at the jailhouse, that our other companions are arriving at Pops itself. This tavern is a sturdy, clean, and comfortable place where mostly halfling clientele. Your arrival draws a few raised eyebrows, but no one looks hostile or upset to see you, just surprised. This place was clearly built for halflings in scale, but you do see a few side tables are much larger, which is not much of a problem for Pipa and Oopsie, though Rias finds it to be, it's almost like comical, because it's like he's walked into a kindergarten classroom where everything is built on a smaller scale, but he's way, way too big for the room. But again, they do have some larger tables in case people of his stature manage to arrive. As soon as you walk in and get yourself seated, the man who is around the bar comes up to you. He says, well, hi there! Welcome to Pops! Looks like you either got lucky or you're wandered in here by mistake, or you're smarter than the average Cavalocian and know where the best pint and pickle is in Stayhowl. Either way, sit a spell, and I'll bring a round right over. And as you get seated, he goes back, fills a couple of mugs with foaming ale, brings it back, and there you can see that on the tray are a number of delicious-looking pickles.
We did it! We did it!
Oopsie's eyes are very large. Very large eyes. He has a cartoon thing where you drift towards the smell. And he's like touching them all, like pickle. He pushes one at Pippa, pushes one at Rick, and just bites down on a.
They're amazing pickles.
Pickle.
They're crisp,
Toss it up, eat it,
and they have just the right. The brine is clearly a custom recipe. It's like no pickle you've ever had before. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, Oopsie found best pickle.
Pipa would take one of her leaves and kind of throw up in it, and then crumble it, and when no one's looking, put it behind her. She doesn't really eat human food, so she's just like, ooh, delicious.
Have pickle.
I'm just sitting there trying to get comfortable. You know, I got my tail all on the ground too, and
How tall are you?
6'3".
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
He's got a big old tail too. Yeah, he's massive in this halfling village.
If there's any regulars at Pops, I want to try and adopt their if their feet are on the table or if they're back with a corn pipe or something. Oopsie's gonna kind of lean into that and put his best halfling front forward.
You do your best to mix into the demeanor of the halflings around you. They all seem to be having a genuinely good time. A lot of them are chattering amongst each other. It does seem to be a really lighthearted and jovial place. And while you're sitting there and as you're getting comfortable, the bartender who has brought you all of this services. So, what actually brings you into Stay Hill today? We don't see too many of you this deep into the city. Most stick to the places near to the bridge, but I'll tell you what, it is good to have customers here like you today. We always enjoy having new people in. Can't say I've actually had very many lizard folk around, though. There is, of course, that community of lizard folk that live near the water. They just don't come into State Hill very much, so it's kind of nice. Are you from the lizard folk village, or are you from the city?
Oh, actually, over from the city. We're here.
Okay.
On a small little quest today, as you might say.
Ah, so it's business, I see. Business that brings you to State Hill.
Yes, we were actually looking for a friend of ours.
Oh, do tell.
So a couple of days ago, we helped deliver her here, actually, safely and soundly. And we didn't get her name and wanted to just thank her for being so nice to us before we delivered her.
Delivered her? I'm not quite certain I know what you mean.
She was actually turned to stone. It was a stone lady.
Each of you make a perception check.
Okay. 14. I'm gonna add an edge. 15.
I'm going to be a 16.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, a 17. No, 17.
My eyes are full of pickle brine. I see nothing but a plate of gurks.
He's just all focused on the pickles. Well, Pipa and Rias, you both notice that the more Pipa sort of describes exactly who it is that you're looking for, the halfling who was previously very jovial and accommodating, he seems to sort of get more reserved, and he's can't say I know anything about that, so but maybe you could maybe somebody in the city will know what you're talking about. I don't though. And he actually starts moving away from the table, clearly as if he's like done with this conversation very suddenly and abruptly.
Wait, hey, more pickles, please.
Okay, sure, pickles coming up.
Do crap, what would it be under? See if he's lying to me.
Perception would be the sense motive, which is what I had you roll. That was so you can definitely tell that something as Pipa now, like something's up. Like all of a sudden he was so friendly and like, hey, welcome to the Stay Hill Village, and now all of a sudden he's just like, okay, great, thanks, bye, and just like leaves the table.
Uh-oh.
Though he does have to come back over a moment later with some pickles. He sets the pickles down. Is there anything else?
My friend, I think we might have gotten off on the wrong foot. You see, what my smaller friend was saying is we're not here to harm her at all. I don't want you to get the wrong impression of us. You see, we were actually hoping that she could help us in a similar situation was in, and we were told that this would be the best place that we could go to find information on how to help one of our friends.
Make a diplomacy check.
Jim, if this...
Yes.
Can I cast Charm on him?
You can't cast Charm on him. Let me look that up real fast, because I believe there's a save for that.
Well, something else I wanted to... Well, after you find that, there's something else that I have as well.
Just in case it fails.
Yeah, it's called Lie to Me, and it's trained in deception. If I know somebody's lying to me, I can kind of spin tails with them as well, too.
Okay.
Isn't that Preston?
Ooh, cool. That's going to be a 21, Jim.
A 21. And are you casting Charm, Pipa?
My diplomacy.
Well, I would wait to see what he starts saying to know if, he's not going to... And if he doesn't want to tell us or talk to us, then I would cast Charm. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Or
Gotcha, yeah. So, Rias, you said what was your total?
21. For diplomacy.
The halfling that you're talking to sort of stops all of a sudden, and you can see, you can almost see that there's this internal battle going on. He's like, and then finally he sort of breaks down. He's like, you're really not here from House Valask, right?
No, we don't even care about it. We just need to talk druid. We don't need girl, we need druid. Well,
you are the ones that helped deliver her from House Valask across the lake.
Oh, it was you. Well, listen, you have to understand, they're very secretive right now. The young lady's family is very powerful and hasn't given up looking for her, and they're kind of on the run. And listen, if you're in trouble and you really need help, I can tell you, but you have to promise that you won't put them in any danger.
Oh.
No.
We would never do such a thing. And I would even say as well, if anyone happens to ask about us, just tell them that we are here looking for the best pickles in town because of our compatriot loves pickles.
Mission over. We find it.
Yes, we did. Very delicious. You have our word, my friends.
Well, if you're really friends, for some reason I feel like I can trust you. They're laying low in Glimmer Hollow. But look, don't go in there expecting a welcome. Those two have gone through a lot of pain to be left alone and avoid the notice of Lord Valask, so if you manage to get out there, just be careful, okay? And don't mention that I said anything. That they kind of swore us all to secrecy.
It's okay. Anyway, so we're good.
All right. Well, if that's all, I have other patrons. He starts making his way back around the bar to take care of the other patrons who are at the bar. Though, you now know that the druid that you're looking for is in Glimmer Hollow. Anybody who has nature can go ahead and make a nature check. Or society. Nature or society would actually do it.
Yeah, close. 9 nature. 9. 0 9.
22 society.
That's all you. I didn't know. I got 14.
All right. Well, actually, 14 is still a solid path. I mean, you at least have heard of Glimmer Hollow before. You know that it is located just a few miles outside of Stay Hill Village, and it is something of a nature preserve, making it a relatively untouched area where most people are actually barred from entry without a guard and papers from Stay Hill allowing them to explore the area. HEI licensed heroes, however, are exempt from that requirement, which happens to be one of the perks of being a licensee. So you actually can travel into Glimmer Hollow unescorted, though typically you're required to have an escort and typically some kind of valid reason for wanting to enter the area, because it is preserved. It is supposed to be generally untouched by civilization. So typically herbalists or druids or people looking just like to study the area are allowed in with an escort. But however, HEI licensees are allowed to go in there because part of your contract stipulates that you can enter areas normally restricted, provided you are on a legitimate heroic intervention.
Perfect.
So we had our pickle and our drink. Are you two ready to leave? Oh, I'm still stuck.
Oopsie just dumps the pickle plate into his pickle bag.
You have the rest of the pickles that provided.
Yeah, I have a bag at my hip that's just full of pickles. Yeah.
And then, I would give you the other half of mine. I would put it in your bag. Go, here you go, just in case you want it later.
Pickle for Oopsie. I like it. And then he pops. You go, hey, you put on pop sign. Oopsie say this pickle delicious. Put on sign out front.
Okay.
Get all people.
I'll be certain.
Delicious.
Delicious.
You all make your way out of Pops. After filling your pickle bag, you make your way out of Pops. And it is about 10 minutes later that Sheog and Hawk enter a fine halfling establishment where pickles and ale are served around the clock. Though you don't see your companions about, you do hope that perhaps a pint and a pickle is awaiting for you. But before you get to enjoy those things, let's go ahead and chat with our fans. Let's take a small...
gosh.
Let's do it.
What coming up? I made a real quick logo for Pops, Pickles, and
Oh, I love it. Pints.
Pints.
Pops.
Pops, Pickles, and Pints.
Pops, pickles, and pints. I love it. Fantastic.
That needs to be the next Swiftwind's shirt.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh my
Funny.
Love it.
God. The Real POTUS 98 says, new in town, just passing through. Whatever brought you here, be sure to stop by Pete's Pickles Palace for a fresh take on an old classic.
Competition. It's Lucas Martinez said. I like to think Pop's Pickle and Pint has a guy in a full-bodied pickle costume walking around to get to greet patrons, like Chuck E. Cheese style.
Yes.
Definitely. Sometimes during the day, they'll send a guy out in the pickle costume with a sign, and he'll dance around with the sign.
Which way to pickle? Lucas Martinez says they only got paid for the job, not to keep quiet about the job. To which led to Batman Zero saying, "What about the NDA? HEI should have an built-in NDA, Jim."
I'm pretty sure we do.
Looks like we've actually got a. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, Zach Attack 7 says, "Ooh, sheep's hair hood for a halfling. That'd be a nice look for my guys." His compliment too. Oopsie.
I should get some feet ones made. Huh?
Oh yeah, you gotta the feet and the hair. Looks like we've got a big donation coming in from the Java Man 1964. Edges and sinks for everyone, even Jim Jam. Wow. Just because he would do something he probably should not.
That's true.
He's probably already done several things he should not, but yes, there's guaranteed to be more.
That's true.
Trying to ride my dog.
Oh my goodness.
Also, we have a new follow, Zippy Karma 075. Thank you so much.
Zippy Karma.
Got a lot of cheers coming in too. We got Crossbones AE, we got Luna Steel Song, we got Scott Denuzo, Sarah BC1, I'm in for life, all giving some cheers.
We also have some subs. Neo Storm resubbed. Hi, Neo. The Real Person has a sub to Gary Bones.
Woo! And I'm in for life, giving a BBBB over to Peepa.
Yay! Thank you.
Harrison Wallace just joined this campaign for the first time about 10 minutes ago. Has no idea what's going on, but it's his
talk around here.
Hunting.
A lot of lying.
Yeah.
Well, kinda. I mean, the pickles are true. They're good.
Pickles are true.
Pickles are
true.
Speaking of true
life and
pickles,
death. Yeah.
Sheog and Hawk, you have arrived at Pops. Pops, Pickles, and Pints. Definitely exactly what I wrote out in my notes, and has always been true in here.
Welcome.
You arrive at this tavern, and very quickly you see that there is, though most of the furniture is rather small for you, there are a few tables set aside for larger patrons who happen to make their way into the tavern. As soon as you arrive, a man a halfling man walks around the bar with a pair of ales and a tray of pickles and sets them on the table and says, "My goodness, from the city, I presume."
Oh, yes! This is great.
We actually just saw some visitors from the city. Has word been getting out in Kavalosha? That's fantastic. Visitors from the city very rarely come in here, and yet we've had 2 groups today.
Really? Can you tell me what they look like? Any with leaves or lizard-like?
Yes, there was one made almost entirely of leaves.
And did you see which way she went?
Oh, yes, they left 10, 15 minutes ago. Came in for some pickles and just left.
Oh, did you talk to them?
Can't say where they're going. You can see all of a sudden that now that the more he talks, it's almost like all of a sudden he realizes that he's like, he just sort of backs out. He's like, oh yeah, I can't think they were just staying in the village for some pickles, and they found them here, so then they left because they got their pickles, and that's all they wanted.
Listen, they are pickle hunters. So where do you know where the pickles are sourced from? That's where they went.
I mean, there's farms where cucumbers are grown, and we source all of our cucumbers locally, though we make the brine ourselves. That's what gives it its unique Pops flavor.
Hawk just starts growling. Hawk is now growling. It's not his dog. Yeah, Hawk is growling. It's not his dog. Hawk is just like there's just this low rumble in his throat.
You can both make a perception check if you'd like.
Perception check.
14.
19.
Wow.
Sheog, you can tell there is something up. All of a sudden, it seemed like he was talking, and then he sort of stopped himself, and now he's just sort of grasping at straws, trying to change the subject to anything. And now that you've offered up this whole pickle hunting thing, he's like latched onto it and is just like, oh yeah, pickles. Sure, great. Cucumber farms around, but we make our own pickles. But like, there's something like he's so nervous now, and you have no idea why. But he's incredibly nervous just talking about it.
Sheog stands up and puts her arm around this guy and leans into his ear and says, "Number 1, I know you don't make your own pickles. I know you hunt them, okay? And number 2, where did our friends go?"
He looks at you, and he's like terrified now. Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Also, can Hawk be helping with this because he's still looking at the halfling growling?
Because he's growling, and because he's literally growling. Sure, yes.
Yeah, he's got this like Hawk again. For anyone who doesn't remember, it has this big like white mane of hair, and then like this big white bushy beard, but it's just like very thick and like a leathery face from being outside so much. Like this guy is just growling at him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Sheog, give yourself an additional +2 bonus thanks to Hawk's ridiculously scary nature.
That would make it a dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. This halfling is like, who hunts for pickles? That's absolute insanity. But your friends, the leafy girl, I sent them out to Glimmer Hollow. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I've told 2 people now today. This is a disaster. Nobody will ever trust me with another secret again.
Hawk, he's hysterical. What do I do?
We should leave.
Okay. Hey, you pickle maker. You tell me where Glimmer Hollow is. Which way?
And he just head northeast out of State Hill 3 miles, you'll see the woods. It's the purple trees. Look for the purple trees.
Okay. Well, we'll best be on our way. Thank you for your pickles that you made. Mm-hmm. And Shayog walks out the door.
I'm both scared and actually confused. We do make pickles. Nobody hunts them. They're vegetables.
Hawk looks at him. Looks at him, pulls out 2 silver, puts it on the table, and says, "I know. I don't get it either." And he just walks out.
And you make your way out of Pop's Pickles and Pints. I assume in the direction that your companions were said to be headed. Go ahead and both of you, to get this out of the way, make a survival check, whoever is leading this little expedition to find your friends.
Oh.
All right. This is a good... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna...
12.
Wow, you beat me.
12.
I got a 10.
Yikes! All right. So mostly following...
Can I have whatchamacallit? Can I have Ajax seek?
Yes. Do you have anything that you can give him that would have like a scent to follow?
Pickle.
The scent of pickle.
Oopsie gave me a pickle.
I really didn't think you'd have anything, but you do, and that's important. Go ahead and roll an additional survival check using the hunting dog's perception.
Lovely. Which is, I believe it's a +6. Okay. Let's see if this dice is retired. It rolled a 3 twice in a row. So the dog did 1 less than me.
So the dog is confused because the scent of pickles is all around. So the scent of pickles isn't a whole lot. You realize that you're going to have to lead them outside of the village proper before you can actually try to have him hunt down the scent of pickles. So it takes you a while, and you begin making your way, trying to catch up to your companions, who at this time have made it into Glimmer Hollow. The trees that grow here are covered in red and purple leaves, and the tall, slender trunks bend and sway in the breeze as if dancing. As you make your way amongst these trees, you see in the distance a rising curl of smoke over the tops of the trees deep within the hollow. The rocks here all glitter faintly in the light, which is where Glimmer Hollow gets its name. It is a quiet and beautiful place. You find a low stone wall with an iron gate before an expanse of densely overgrown lawn. In the distance, through the trees, you see the hulk of an old, sagging house where you would normally assume is abandoned, except this appears to be where that curl of smoke is rising from a chimney that still stands in good repair atop this building. What do you do?
Jailhouse?
Well,
should definitely be heading up into it.
Sneaky looking? Be sneaky. I'll be sneaky.
I don't believe we should be sneaky because we don't want to.
24 to be sneaky, Jim.
You say, I don't believe we should be sneaky, and Oopsie's just gone. He's not there. You're just talking to empty air. As Oopsie, you begin creeping your way through the incredibly dense underbrush that separates you from this house. You sort of scoot through a break in the stone wall and begin making your way quietly forward. Pipa and Rias, you don't even know where Oopsie is. What are you doing?
I'm going to say we should be sneaky. They know that.
I was going to cast too, but wait.
Well, supposedly you and I could actually head up. Oopsie, I'm sure we'll be just fine. I'm just fine.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, we're making our way up to the house.
Okay, you begin making your way up to the house. Oopsie, you are hidden even from your companions along the side of the path in the dense underbrush. And it is Peepa and Oopsie. As you move on through the gate and walk towards the house, you suddenly get this very uneasy feeling. Like the path that you're walking along is actually getting more and more crowded, as if the dense undergrowth itself is suddenly closing in around you, getting closer and closer. And then you can see that that's mostly true, as several weird, viney growths start charging towards you. And I need everybody to roll initiative. Obviously, Oopsie, you'll be rolling stealth for your initiative. Everybody else will be rolling perception. And this will actually include our companions who are making their way along tracking. If you are actively tracking the companions, you may use survival as your initiative check. Otherwise, use perception, Sheog and Hawk.
Okay.
Perfect. Oh! That's why you switch the dice.
Did I hear 17 from Sheog?
17.
Yep. No, 18 from me.
18
Sorry.
from Sheog, okay.
18, yeah.
Hawk?
Nat 20 for a 27.
Woo!
Critical success!
Wow.
He's already there!
Oopsie.
Nat 19 for a 27.
Whoa!
I feel like I should have an edge on it just to beat Nathan.
Just to beat him out? Peepa. So was that Peepa?
16. Sorry, I'm
16,
here. I'm seeing that our mic keeps cutting out, and I apologize, guys. It's literally right here,
No,
and
okay.
I'm sorry.
Should Ajax roll as well?
Ajax will only do what you command him to do. Otherwise,
Right,
he'll just
on my
basically
turn.
on your turn, you tell Ajax if you want him to do something using the command action. Rias.
Okay.
Oh, to me. I'm like, yes.
What's your initiative?
Mine was 17.
17 for Rias as well. All right. But actually, Sheog, you said you were 18, actually, so that'll put
That was
you
18,
above.
yeah.
Yes. It is actually Hawk who is first. Hawk, in the distance, you hear this sudden commotion and some yelling, and you feel like there's trouble. But you don't see anything. I mean, you're just making your way through these woods. What do you do?
I say, I think there's trouble. really profound. Really profound. And I guess I'll say Ajax heal? Like, keep with me? And then that's one, and then I will move 2 forward.
So you've been moving 60 feet forward with the dog close in tow, and that is your first reaction. Oopsie, you can see that your companions are in trouble. You're hidden, but then you see these plants begin to merge on your companions, and they have these lashing vines that are tipped with these wicked barbed stingers, and it doesn't look good. Though nobody seems to have noticed you, what do you do?
I would like to, because I feel like I've seen this before, would like to look around to see if I can find a source of what's causing these vines to happen.
Sure. Make a seek action.
Nat 20, Jam, dragons and things.
Wow.
The dragons and things, you can actually see as one of these things goes glumping past you, it's actually walking of its own accord. It almost has its vines are almost acting to propel itself forward. It does not appear to be under the effects of any outside force. These are just plant creatures of some kind making their way forward towards your companions.
Okay. Second action, I will draw my short sword.
Okay.
And I will, third action, I just want to wait until one kind of shoots past me and then whomp down on it with my sword.
And yank down on it?
Like swing down on it and try to sever it as it...
swing down. Okay, you want to try to swing on it. Now, this is a weird thing with Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Readying an action actually costs 2 actions, which is a weird thing, and I don't think it always works out the way we want it to. But if you use 2 actions, you can't ready your third action. You need 2 actions to ready another action.
All right, well then, next action, I will draw my shield as well.
Okay, so you've got the shield in hand. You've got your sword, shield, sword, and you've determined that these creatures are some kind of independent plant that are merging on your companions. You do see that there are 4 of them making their way towards your companions. This could be quite a bit of trouble, and it is their turn. They do not notice Oopsie, but they have noticed Peepa and Rias, and they immediately close in around the 2 of you with 1 action each. And they get it. They're still about 10 feet away. They don't even get right up close to you before they just start whipping these spined, almost whip-like vines at you from 10 feet away. I've got 2 attacks coming in at Peepa and 2 attacks coming in at Rias. Peepa first. Ooh,
Did you crit?
23.
Yeah, that hits. Yes.
That hits. The first one sort of lashes out at you. You hear the snap in the air as if it were indeed an actual bullwhip. And it deals 10 points of damage as it just cracks against your leaves. And as it snaps into your flesh, it actually grabs onto you. And you are grappled by the vine with its grab ability. The second one then comes in. You are now, because you're grabbed, you are also flat-footed. And when you are flat-footed, you take a -2 penalty to your armor class. So this second vine just tries to lash it at you, but it rolls a natural 1. The first one grabs you, and the other one tries to snap it where you were, but it's just completely thrown off and snaps into empty air as this lashing vine tries to grab on you as well, but it gets its companion actually tugs you away at just the last second, saving you, but perhaps not its intent, as the other 2 of these things try to lash at Rias. Rias, the first one is a 10 total, so I'm going to assume that's a miss. As it tries to snap at you, you duck under it, and seeing that Peepa's in trouble, you sort of react quickly to duck under this lashing vine. But the next one is a 24.
Oh. You know what, Jim? I gotta say, I'm glad we leveled up, because if we hadn't, that would have been a critical success on me with it.
Oh my god, that's how low you are?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, are you saying that I was off by 1? For a critical hit? Because then if I added an edge and made it a 25, what would that be?
Your edge. No, I'm sinking your edge.
You rat. Fine. So I'm still on 24. I deal 5 points of damage to Rias, and it also grabs onto you. As this vine whips you, it digs these barbs into your skin and grabs onto you. You are flat-footed and immobilized. And it is Shayog's turn. Hawk has taken off into the forest after hearing He says there's trouble ahead, and sure enough, now you can hear it, the sounds of battle ahead of you in the distance. What do you do?
Shayog removes her falchion from her back.
Okay.
And she charges forward as far as she can go, following after Hawk. I think that's got to be 60 feet, right?
60 feet. At that point, you're basically keeping pace with Hawk. All three of you are now making your way through. You can tell that you're getting closer to the sounds of combat. So you're making your way there, but you can't quite see anything yet. If only you had rolled a better survival check to track your companions. Oh. Now we must move on to Rias' turn. Rias, you are grabbed, which makes you flat-footed and immobilized by this lashing vine. There are 4 of these creatures quickly surrounding you, snapping at your flesh. You still don't see where Oopsie is. What do you do?
I'm going to I'm going to look at the mound next to, or the one grappling me, and just point my finger at it, and I'm going to cast command.
Command. Okay. Now, just out of curiosity,
get a will save.
Will save. An important note, however, is this a mental effect?
Yes.
Mental effect. I'm trying to see. It doesn't say it's immune. So it used to be that plants were immune to mental effects, but this does not appear to have that immunity listed. So I'm going to say that it doesn't have it, and I'll make a will save.
Excellent.
With a total of 12.
12's not gonna do it.
Okay.
So, first action on the next turn, the creature must use a single action to do as I command, and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, "Release me."
Okay. On its turn, it must use an action to release you.
And then Peepa, I would say Peepa's right next to me. Would I be able to at least do no, I don't need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to tell it to release me, and then I'm going to look over at Peepa and just little insignia that I draw within my one finger, and I'm going to cast guidance on Peepa as well.
Is guidance a one-action spell?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Then you are able to do that. So,
bam.
Alrighty, works for me. You cast 2 spells in quick succession, commanding the plant to release you, and then giving Peepa a little bit of an edge on whatever it is she decides to do, and it happens to be her turn. Peepa.
Okay.
You're grabbed. You're in trouble. What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to cast, since it's a touch spell, Chill Touch on the one that's grappling me. To see if it really...
Touch, okay. I believe that's a save on my part, correct?
Yes, it's a fortitude save. And I'm going to add my +1 to my... nope.
No, you don't
Never
get
mind.
it for any of those. You get a +1 to attack, perception, saving throw, or skill check.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right.
I am going to... Let's see here. What was my fortitude? That is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
But what if
you're good? No,
what if it wasn't a dirty 20 though, Diana? What if I sank? Oh, I can only do it. What if I sank Jim twice and made it an 18?
And then I sink him for another one and make it 17 because my DC is 18. So yes, that could.
Sounds bad. But it's a good thing we're only talking in. Sounds like we're only talking in hypotheticals, so that doesn't happen, and I passed the save, right?
But no. I'm totally doing it.
Me
though.
too.
Yeah.
I raced my sink.
Fine. Well, then I guess you've turned my success into failure. Congratulations.
Okay, so spell deals negative damage equal to 1d4 plus your spell casting modifier. So do I roll the 1d4 first? It's my first time using this spell.
Yeah, you roll 1d4, and then you add your spellcasting modifier, which I think is 4. So 1d4 plus 4.
5 points of chill.
5 points of cold damage. Frost sprouts from around the vine. You just grab onto it and channel this negative energy into it, and it starts to grow brittle and frosty around the vine itself that's holding onto you. Is that the only effect?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Unless it ultimately fails.
Yeah, unless you fail. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. In which case, we move to the top of the next round. Hawk, you know that you're closer to the battle. Oh, wait, you do have one more action? Okay, great. Then what do you got, Peepa?
Well, I can't do chill touch. Do I see Oopsie yet? Can I make a perception see Oopsie?
You can try to make a seek check, though his... Yes, you can.
Okay. Nope, I don't see anything. I rolled a 3. I'm just like,
nope, Oopsie has abandoned you. Oopsie has his picker pouch full, and he has abandoned you in the woods. And that will take us to the top of round 2. And Hawk, you know you're closer to the sounds of battle, but you still don't see your companions. What do you do?
Now, on my last turn, just because this is my first time playing with the dog, I said heal. In my brain, that just means stick with me. Do I need to use that again on this turn?
I think technically you would still have to command the animal. However, I'm willing to forego that, considering there's no obvious danger right now. If there was something like threatening the dog, I would say you have to make it come with you. But considering there's no obvious threats that you can see right now, I would say the dog will follow you without an extra command.
Cool. Awesome. Then I will move my full movement towards the sounds of danger.
You and the dog.
No. I'll move. Sorry, let me take that back. I'll move 2 moves, and I'll make sure my bow is out.
Oh, draw your bow, and then you move 60 feet up. As you get there, you can now see that there's this iron gate and a low wall, and you can see that there's a path beyond the gate, and your companions are being attacked. You see Rias, you see Peepa, and you see these horrible lashing vines trying to just like come in or all around them and destroy them. And at this point, you know that you have no choice but to take a break, because it's just too much. You need a few minutes to step back and decompress. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes, guys. We're going to take our mid-show break and then come back with the rest of this amazing combat with the lashing vines. We will see you in just a few. Whew. This is a good one.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open.
Every story is unique.
And the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Gather your crew and prepare to embark on the journey of a lifetime as you explore the packed worlds of the Starfinder universe, taking on the role of a science fantasy hero customized to fit your playstyle. But danger lurks amongst the stars. Will you fight back with advanced weaponry and cunning tactics? Or will your hero wield the devastating forces that fuse magic and technology together to alter reality? Your crew must come together if you have any hope of victory. In Starfinder, every decision drives the adventure as you build an epic saga with your friends. Bring your story to life in a game where the fate of the worlds rests on the answer to the most important question of all. What do you do? Begin your journey into the Starfinder universe today with the Starfinder Beginner Box, now available at Paizo.com, your local gaming store, and anywhere else adventure can be found.
Hi everyone, my name's Ben, and I'm the GM of Rise of the Runtlords. We'd like to invite you to come watch our show every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We have such a great time. My players are the best!
Ben is the worst. He's the worst.
He is the worst. The worst. He's the worst.
Literally the worst.
Ben is the worst. I remember this one time.
Ben made me get him ice cream in the middle of a stream. He's always trying to throw my character off a cliff into a furnace, and he thinks it's so funny.
It was so funny! And who could forget?
Ben keeps trying to kill my dog. He doesn't even roll dice. I mean, I've never seen him roll dice. He just makes the numbers up.
Good times. Oh, and this other time.
He makes up these stupid voices with these stupid characters.
He just expects me to know everything.
We just have such a good time because we're such good friends.
Ben killed my character. For no reason. That's rude. It's rude and it's childish.
Stop trying to kill Ripka. I don't know why he does it. It's just a game.
My name is Ben, and I'm gonna do this dumb character. It's gonna sound like this.
I can't know every role, Ben. You need to check yourself before.
So join us Thursday nights.
Just so that he can game.
6:30 p.m. Pacific.
Don't even need it. Yeah, just go ahead and kill him.
On the DaT network.
Can you understand it? 'Cause I can't understand it.
Inappropriate sound is inappropriate. Don't let the action suffer from a lack of atmosphere. Let Sirenscape set the tone and bring your game to life. See? That's better. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app and make it the year of atmosphere at your table. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the second half of our Heroic Endeavors episode, where things are starting to get rather dicey for our heroes. It is time. We are in the midst of a devastating combat that I'm certain to win, getting my long-coveted TPK, and ending the episode early. That's my goal. The sooner I kill these guys, the sooner I get to go and hang out downstairs.
No.
That's true. I don't have anywhere to go. Dang it. I can't even.
We're going to text.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome back, everybody. Why don't we go ahead and take a moment to hang out in the chat for a minute before we jump back into our death-defying adventure.
A lot of pickle talk out
We
there.
got a lot of love.
God, I love for the pickle.
Yeah.
The pickle, man. That's what did it.
Pickle fun.
Pickle love.
I love the
Duchess
Sirenscape commercials too.
Sarah BC1
yeah.
is.
Yeah. Well, Duchess says the one Sirenscape commercial, the one with Crag, was her favorite, and then POTUS says that's the second favorite. Well, then POTUS, what's your favorite one? What's your favorite one? That's what we want to know too.
Hey, he's gonna go with the Diana one.
He better.
Crossbow wants to know. Did we? Crossbow
they
wants to know. Did we break for it yet?
I know. I saw that. They
For the next, sorry, the microphones are all over the place right now.
The real POTUS 98.
Do it.
Me?
Candace, go.
I'll go. The real POTUS 98 says, I was willing to play by DaT and Link rules. So, thanks for doing that, man.
Yeah, I let you guys just dogpile me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Jim Jam, it looks like the next Patreon content you have to release is the official pickle leshy, based on chat.
The pickle leshy? Yeah, we'll have to design a pickle-based leshy. That's true.
Penguin Witch Doctor is saying, I wonder if Alex Rogue 460, who's me, has seen the leshy in Bestiary 2. They added a sunflower leshy. No, I did not know that. I made my own type of leshy, even though it's a leaf leshy. I made her a Morning Glory leshy.
It looks like it's Lucas Martinez is writing lines for me now. He says Shayok should say, Hawk, look, our friends are in quite the pickle. Wah, wah.
They must have found the pickle, or they are in it.
Or they are in the pickle.
We also got some more.
Go ahead, you're doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got cheer from Sarah BC1. We got subs at Norse Foundry with another resub. Norse Foundry, you guys don't have any Norse Foundry dice. You should totally go get some. They're absolutely amazing. Yep, we all got them. Norse Foundry dice, looking good. Sarah BC1 also gifting a sub to Brian Summer, and POTUS gifting a sub to Hannah Biddle. And Real POTUS donating $10 for an edge for Shayog and Peepa.
You don't need more edges. I need more edges to counterbalance all the sinks you guys are throwing on me.
No, no.
All right. I believe that we were at the very end of Hawk's turn with you just coming within sight of the battle. You had moved 60 feet ahead. The gate itself is 30 feet ahead, and then another 30 feet ahead from the gate are your friends. So you've got two moves. You're 2 move actions away from your companions, though I believe you have your bow out, so I'm not sure what the range looks like for you on that front. But either way, it's Oopsie's turn, and Oopsie, you can see that your companions are in trouble, though you are still hidden. What do you do?
How far away from am I just lost all word.
If you're stealthing, it would be 2 moves because you move at half speed while stealthing. But if you just want to charge out there, you can get there in 1 move to the nearest of these creatures. The one that actually has Peepa in its clutches.
Okay, that'd be the one that Oopsie would go for. He's just gonna leap out and go at that one. So we move.
Leap out and go at it.
First attack. Gonna be a. Let's see, what am I adding to this? An 8 to this, so 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
For a total of 4 slashing damage.
4 points of slashing damage. This thing, it's got its viney lashes in Peepa's flesh, and you come up behind it and you dig your blade right into the main mass of roots that makes up its body. It is still active, but you can tell that it is both covered now in frost, and it is like bleeding this thick, syrupy sap.
I'm gonna try and end it with my third attack. I'm just gonna backhand with the sword right through it.
All right.
See if this works.
Sword
Probably
backhand.
not gonna work. Probably not gonna work. 13.
13 is not quite going to do it. You actually connect with the massive roots, but the bark that covers this thing resists penetration from the blade, and that takes us to its turn. It's still got Oopsie grabbed, so it's going to make an athletics check to maintain that. And that is a 24. That is a 24 against Peepa. Yes, it is against Peepa. I know I might have misspoken there. It is against Peepa.
That's okay.
That is
You get me, and I'm going to use a mercy on the damage you're going to give me.
Well, that was just to hold on to you. So it holds on to you, and now it tries to lash at you twice, but you're still flat-footed because it's got you in its grip.
Oh, yeah.
So it tries to lash at you. Your armor class is reduced by 2, and I dropped my dice. That is a 19 to hit on the first one.
Yep.
Glimpse of redemption.
Oh, I hate it. Okay, remind me what I have to do.
You could choose either of these. Either the ally is unarmed, or my ally is unarmed, or my ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage up to 4. After the effect, the enemy becomes stupefied 2. Until the end.
I will go ahead.
Jeez.
I'll negate the damage from that first attack. So it tries to lash out at you, but then Oopsie, I don't know. Oopsie, what does it look like when you make something glimpse its redemption?
Well, it's interesting because it literally says you make it dwell upon its sins.
Okay.
So I mentally project deep into its chlorophyll. I stare at it.
Into the podling it once was.
I thought about the one time it wanted to be a creeping kind of vine and decided it doesn't.
So it holds back a moment as you reach deep into the nucleus of its cells, the brain of the cell, and you sort of cause it to rethink its actions, and then it shakes it off, dealing no damage to Peepa. Then it shakes that glimpse of redemption off and tries to attack a second time, this time at a minus because it's its second attack, but its natural weapons are considered agile, so this will just be at a -4. And that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yes. I'll use a mercy on this damage.
All right, so now that you're level 2, your mercy will reduce the damage by 2. And that will make it a total of 3 points. I did the subtraction for you. So there's a total of 3 points of damage that you take as its second hit is a little weaker than its previous one. You are still grabbed, and it has struck twice. So now we move to the one that has Rias in its grip, and it cannot do anything until it uses an action to release Rias. So it releases you, and then sort of it's looking around, feeling out, but it sees that you're still there, and it will go ahead and take an attack at you, Rias, though you are not flat-footed because you are not grabbed right now. And that is a total. That is a total of 11. So I'm gonna guess that's a miss.
Miss.
Gonna guess that's a miss. So it'll try again to lash out at you. And I've got an edge, so I might as well use it. So I'll take my -4 penalty to a -3 penalty. And that will be a 9 total. So that is that's a definitive miss as well. So a worthless turn from Lashing Vine number 2. One of the others of these creatures was going to go in after Peepa, but it sees that a new combatant has entered the field. It sees this goblin come charging in, and it just trundles its way with a move action to get within 10 feet of Oopsie, and then lashes out at him once with a crag on the die. So that's not going to be good. And it will lash twice. I will. I'll see if I need it on this one. A reroll. with the next one being a 5 on the die, I will go ahead and use my reroll for that second attack. So that makes it a total of... Oh, that's leaner. Ooh, that might have done it. With the -4, because it's my second attack for the round. Makes it a total of 19 against Oopsie's AC.
Okay, so I have a question. I didn't specifically say that I raise my shield. So
yeah, because that requires an action. So if you did not use an action to raise your shield, you do not have the bonus to it.
Okay, so then 19 does hit.
Alrighty.
Oh.
It's good news for me. Coming in with that damage, 8 points of damage, and it grabs you. You are now immobilized and flat-footed, and that is that creature's turn. The fourth of these was going to attack Rias. It sees Rias is still there. Its companion missed twice, so it is going to go ahead and take its attacks against Rias as planned. Rias, that first one is going to be a 15.
Yeah, 15's gonna hit me.
15 gets ya. So it grabs onto you and it deals 4 points of damage. And then it attacks another time.
I'm gonna use my mercy on that one. That first one.
Okay. All right. So reduce that damage by 2.
Cool. Thank you.
Its second attack is going to hit armor class. It's taking the -4 penalty. 16 with the -4 penalty. So that's also going to hit because now you are also flat-footed. So that is going to be 7 points of damage from the Lashing Vine. And it doesn't have anything else to do, so it's going to use its third action to take that -8 attack for a total of 10. And I would assume that even flat-footed, you're not hitting a 10. So it takes all 3 of its attacks. Hits Rias solidly. He does not look like he's doing very well. But that is all 4 of the creatures have gone. And Sheog, it is your turn. You can see that Hawk has drawn his bow. He's shot forward ahead towards the sound of this battle. What do you do?
Sheog catches up to Hawk. I think that would that be 60 feet? No, there's 60.
That would be 2 actions to catch up to Hawk. You have 1 action left.
So they're behind a gate. Is the gate locked, or can they go through it?
No, the gate's open. It looks like they pushed the gate open and we're trundling down the path.
Okay.
You can see that there's 1 more move action to the gate itself, and then 1 move action beyond that to get to them. But if you have a ranged weapon, though I don't believe you have a ranged weapon drawn.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So you could take your third action to just move up to the gate itself.
Yes, I think I'll do that. I got to get as close as I can. So that's Sheog ends up, and she says
to the gate.
And she turns to Hawk and she says, "What did I say? This pickle hunting is very dangerous."
The pickles are on the warpath. Rias, you now can hear Sheog's voice calling out over the battlefield. As these vines are just beating the heck out of you, you realize that there may be some hope as you look over and you see that Hawk and Sheog have arrived, possibly to save the day, though you are still in trouble. What do you do?
Yes. I would look back and just be like, oh yes, a little help, please. Now you said they were 10 feet away and able to hit us, right?
Yes, they do seem to have a longer reach than normal.
Now, because they're right, can I step towards them, even though I'm grappled to get closer to them?
You can step toward the one that has you grappled. You could not step toward the other one. You can only step toward the one that actually has you grabbed.
Okay, I'm going to take a step towards him, the one that has me grappled.
Yep.
Then you see Rias closes his eyes for a second, and then when he opens them back up, he no longer has these the golden brown eyes that he has. His eyes are actually like almost this light sky blue color, because he's gonna cast Bane.
Ooh.
Which all creatures within 5 feet of me have to make a will save, and if they miss, they're going to take -1 to all their attack rolls.
Yikes.
But it's only on a 5 foot around.
Is there an additional effect for a critical failure?
Oh, really? For Bane?
Yes.
No, there's no critical effect for it. Oh, that's stinks.
Okay.
A minus 10.
Well, the first one critically fails with a 1 on the die, and I already used my reroll, so I do not have a second chance at that.
Yeah, and then what's awesome about Bane, like this time around in PF2, is then once per turn, starting the turn after I cast Bane, I can use a single action to make the emancipation radius go 5 feet larger as well too.
So for right now, it's just the one you're next to, but you know that you can expand that and encompass the whole battlefield if this battle goes on long enough. So for now, it's just the one, but it will be more soon, most likely. Was that a 2-action spell?
Yes, Bane is a 2-action spell. So I stepped up, I cast Bane, and I'm done.
Okay, that will take us to Peepa's turn then. Peepa.
And I'm going to cast Chill Touch again.
Chill Touch again. I will make my save this time for sure. No problems. Here it comes. Nat 20. Maybe. Total of 22.
Oh, you're good.
Now, is it half
You're
damage
good.
for a pass, or is it the because is it a basic Fortitude save?
Yeah, it's a basic Fortitude save.
So you still deal half damage if that's just a regular success. Yeah, you
Okay.
still roll damage because it still takes half of the damage. Yes.
Wait, time out. What was your D that you rolled?
22.
You said
No, I don't deal damage to you. My spell DC is 18.
Right, what I'm saying is the type of save that I'm making, does it say make a basic Fortitude save? Because some spells deal half damage even if there's a success.
Oh, it does say that where?
right under living creature.
Let me look it
I
up
was
real
reading the
quick.
top.
I'll look up the spell.
Sorry.
Make a basic Fortitude save because I've got.
Yeah, the target is a basic Fortitude save, but it's also
It's enfeebled on a critical.
on a critical failure. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot.
Yep. So you still roll damage because I'll take half damage because I made the save, but I will stick. I didn't critically succeed, so I'll still take half damage.
I rolled another 1 again, so it's total of 5 points. So you take half of 5.
Half of that, and we round up in Pathfinder 2E, so that is 3 points of damage. And this creature is the vine is starting to loosen its grip. It's still active, it's still alive, but you can tell that between you and Oopsie, you've nearly got it destroyed. But it's still up. You do have 1 action left. What do you do?
Can I inspire courage while being grappled? Is that a possibility
I
to
don't
sing?
think
Or do I need...
You can't. I think you can.
Let me pull
Okay.
my thing up and look. Let's see. Sorry, guys. You inspire your allies with words, tunes. It doesn't say anything.
I think you can do it, so I would say that you can. I'll rule that you can for
Okay.
now, and if we find out something else later, we can always adjust for a further time. So everybody is going to get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls thanks to Peepa's inspiring song, which is probably,
We're singing.
please help me, this hurts so very, very badly. Please kill these very quickly. Hearing such a desperate song is Hawk first up. You are 60 feet away from where Peepa is being absolutely brutalized by these vines. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to hunt prey.
Okay.
I'm going to focus on that bit that is going after my little friend, Leshy.
Okay.
And the wonderful thing about Hawk is a wonderful thing, but also he can take 2 shots as 1 action.
Oh, that's right. You have a horrible ability.
Yeah.
I'm going to sink you then, because that's nonsense.
Well, let's just even it out. I'll give it an edge. Fair. Even dice roll.
Okay.
I shouldn't have bothered, because that's a 2 on the dice.
Oh no!
Nice.
Let me see what that comes out to. That's probably not good. That's probably going to be a 9 on the first one. Let me just make sure my hunt prey doesn't give me any extra bonuses that somehow say you can't totally suck.
Plus your...
Huh?
Get that +1 from Peepa too? Aren't we all?
Yes. Oh, I did not do that. I did not do that. So that is a 10.
You have missed.
Not critical. Okay.
But it's not a critical.
As long as it wasn't critical. You know what? But I get that second shot.
You
so
do get 2
still
shots.
+1. Still +1 from Peepa. Right?
Yep.
But
singing.
otherwise minus, so that's at a -4 now. Let's make it
Yes,
minus.
I'll go ahead and make it an even minus. Well, I'll sync you anyway. So whatever you're gonna do, I'm just gonna counter do.
Okay. All right. So it was 5. Peepa gave it 4. You gave it 5. I gave it 4. Great. Here we go.
Thank you guys for the donation.
Okay.
It's a win-win situation.
Yes.
That is a 16 on the dice. Usually would be +7, but right now -4, so it's +3, so it's a 19 to hit.
You did it. You did it, Hawk.
Awesome. And my Hunter's Edge gives me precise shot, so I get to add an extra D8 to this.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 on the first roll, 2 on the second roll. Only 5 damage. A little disappointing for my favorite D8.
Well, considering the beating it's already taken, it's enough to cause this thing to just wilt onto the ground, releasing Peepa from its grip, killing it.
Yay.
As they say, the wonderful thing about Hawk is that Hawk is a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing.
That's what they say.
Oopsie, you are fighting this creature and slashing at the vines, and then all of a sudden, 2 arrows, one of them misses, but one of them strikes true into the heart of this beast, and it just wilts before your eyes, leaving you free to attack any of the other 3 creatures. One of them is currently latched onto Rias. Another one is also threatening Rias, and a third one was fighting you.
All right. What I'm gonna do is, you ready for this, Jim Jam? The one that's
Probably
fighting me. Is it within range? Do I have to move to it?
It's attacking you from 10 feet away, so you would have to step up to it.
All right. It's not gonna be as cool as I wanted it to be. I'm gonna
Good.
step up.
That's all I asked for. It's not
gonna
as cool
step
as
up
you
to
wanted.
I'm gonna step up to it and try to drive my sword right into the center of the base vine.
Have at it.
19 to hit. No, 21.
Yep, that'll
20.
do it.
For a total of
Both of those are hits.
5 damage.
5 points of slashing damage as you just cut into this thing, driving your blade deep. It's difficult because it doesn't have that typical beast anatomy that you're used to, but you still deal a significant blow, and you still have another action, I believe.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was draw my chest sleeve dagger and fling it at the one that's on Rias. I need another turn for that, yes?
Yes, because you would need to draw and throw.
But I can throw the sword that I have.
You can throw your sword at that thing.
It's
minus
agile
2
and
penalty since it's not designed to be thrown, but
well, it's versatile, agile, and finessable.
None of those things are thrown, which is a different weapon property.
All right. Well, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to add 3 edges to that, because one just came in from earlier, 29.
Sure.
Yay!
This is the one that's on Rias. The 15 on the die, plus 7. So I'm at 22. I don't know what minuses you have on your side.
It's -2 because it's not a thrown weapon, and then it's -4 because this is your second attack.
Yes, I factored that part. So just
you already factored that. So that would put you at a dirty 20 by my calculation, which is still a
30.
hit.
Yes, dirty 20. Yeah,
that'll do it.
Yes,
the blade sinks into this thing.
4 damage.
Roll damage.
Wow.
4 points of damage. Dang. That's still pretty cool, Oopsie. It's still pretty cool.
Hey.
Step up, stab this creature, flick the blade out, and just throw it at the other one that is fighting Rias. And it is now my turn. The creature that's holding on to Rias is going to try to continue holding on. However, it's going to take a -1 because of the Bane.
And it's going to keep out of it.
Well, yeah, but the sword isn't too much of a concern, except for the damage that it does. I keep dropping dice. I need like a box. I don't know, I might not have got you. So the way this is going to go, it's against your athletics DC, which is 10 plus your athletics bonus. It's not your armor class. I rolled a 12.
Oh.
My total with that is an 11.
Oh,
I only have a
what? Wait.
Oh yeah, athletic only an 11.
An 11. So it does manage to hold on to you, but just barely. And then it takes 2 attacks to lash at you. Attack number 1 is another crag on the die. I assume a 9, even with you being flat-footed, is no good.
No good.
Yay.
And then its second attack, because it's the minus, so it only gets a total of +2 on this one, so that makes it another 9. Too many negatives. It holds on to you, but it cannot seem to get you with its other vines as it tries to lash out at you. The creature that is fighting Oopsie is going to try to lash at him. Attack number 1 is in armor class 17, which I know is a miss because you have a crazy armor class. And then it's going to try to attack twice more with a 17 again, even though I rolled much better. And then I'll go crit hunting with a natural 20, hopefully. Let's see. No. All 3 attacks against Oopsie. So let me try to go for Rias with the other creature. That was attacking him. There were 2 attacking Rias, so the second one that was attacking Rias is going to try to hit him with a 21 total. That's going to get you.
Glimpse of
just out of curiosity. Do you do that every time? Dang it!
It's a reaction.
It's the worst. I hate it. I will just go ahead and I'll just suck up the penalties. You're going to gain resistance 2, I believe, to the damage.
Resistance 4.
Oh, resistance
2,
4.
It's 2 plus my level, and then it is stupefied 2 until the end of its next turn.
Excellent. All right, so -4 to the damage I'm about to deal. Goodness gracious! Oh my gosh. Which makes it a total of 3 damage. -4 makes it 0 points of damage. So I just took the penalty for no reason.
Jim, that takes it makes it a -1, so that gives me 1 point of health.
You
right?
do not get healed by the creature. That was my worthless turn. Go ahead and continue, Sheog. You are 60 feet away, or no, you're 30 feet away from the nearest creature that it looks like it's fighting, but you can easily get to it with 1 action and then probably hack it to pieces.
That's what I'd like to do.
I figured. I had a slight feeling that that's what would be happening. Go ahead and make an attack.
I do want to swing at this guy. Let's see here. 17.
17 is a hit.
Good. Oh, through 8, 11.
Oh,
Plus my one.
jeez. Oh yeah, did you get the +1 for Peepa's Inspire?
Oh, one.
12 points of damage. And oopsie, this creature that you're fighting just falls apart as Shayog just charges in and hacks it to pieces in one swift and violent action, utterly destroying it. You still do have one action left, Shayog. There are 2 more of these things. One of them is actually latched on to Rias, and the other one is just slashing at him.
Yeah, I guess I need to use this next one just to get up to the creature? Or is it like right there?
No, you'd have to get up to it first.
Okay, yeah, then I'm just going to get up to it with Falchion ready.
Do you want to go to the one that has him grabbed, or the one that does not have him grabbed?
The one that has him grabbed. Yeah.
The one that has him grabbed. Okay, you also notice that there's this short sword sticking out of it. You saw Oopsie through just a moment ago. Rias, it is your turn. It looks like the tide is turning, though you are still in quite a bit of danger. What do you do?
I'm just gonna look at this thing. The eyes start to glow a little bit bluer, so I'm gonna make the
the Bane.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the Bane go out 10 feet.
Okay, that'll definitely get into the one that has not made a save yet, so I'll go ahead and make that save now. It's a will save.
Yes.
11.
11's not gonna do it.
Okay, so now they're both baned.
80 buff and sorcerer, love it. And then I noticed it happened to be working for Peepa a little bit. I'm gonna go to one of the vines on me, and I'm gonna try to chill touch this thing as well.
Chill touch that vine, and I will make another save. Natural 20. There it is. Critical success. No damage.
Jim, you were gonna take at least 3 points of frosty damage.
No points of damage for old Jim Jam.
I just look at it and I go, why is people so much better at chill touching things than me?
Especially
She just has a deeper connection with how to kill plants. It is Peepa's turn. Peepa, what do you do? You see Rias is trying to chill touch this thing, and he's doing it all wrong.
Then I'm going to chill touch. I'm going to cast... Oh, wait, it's a touch spell. Oh, hold on. It's a touch spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can move up to it and touch it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll move up to it. That'll be my one move, then I'll touch it.
You move up and touch. I will make a save. Ooh, that's actually pretty good, too. It's not a nat 20, but it is a total of 22.
Oof.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Still roll damage.
All right.
That's
still going to be half damage, so go ahead and roll damage, and I'll have it.
Keep rolling a 1 on my chill touch, so
Nice.
5 points of damage.
Nice. Half of that is 3 points. So this creature, you grab onto the sword that's sticking out of it, and this frosty energy just like channels through the sword into this creature, and it manages to resist some, but not all, of the chilling damage. It is now. Well, it was a 2-action spell, right? Yeah, you moved up and then used a 2-action spell. So that'll take us to Hawk's turn. She did not continue the Inspire Courage, so that you're not going to get that bonus. But you do have 2 targets to choose from.
One of the targets, they're both on Reese, right?
No, one of them is actually grabbed onto Rias. The other one is close to him, but has not actually grabbed on him. And it looks like everybody has moved to surround the one that is grabbed onto Rias.
I'll go after the other one then.
Okay, great.
I will first... Now, is this a separate... I guess it is a separate creature, right? I need to move my Hunt Prey over to it.
You would have to take the action to Hunt Prey.
I will Hunt Prey. And I will take another action to shoot twice. Here's that first one. With a, let's see, it's a 19 on the dice. So plus 7 is a 26 with the longbow.
Wow. Nice.
Wow. But Jim looks at you like, yeah.
That's a critical
do
hit.
Yeah.
You did it.
Okay, that's a lot
It's
of dice
critical.
now. So it's my first shot on the round, so I add the extra D8, but I double my D8s, right?
You double
So now
precision
it's-
damage for a critical.
So now it's 4 of them, and then I have to add this D10, don't I, Jim? Because of
You
my
just have
longbow?
to.
Look at
You just
I
have
have
to.
to do this? Well,
Please don't roll all
let's see what
ones.
happens. Well, that's 6 plus a 4 is 10, plus 2 3s is 16, plus a 5 is 21 damage to that one.
It is dead. It was at
Please.
full hit points. It had taken no damage, and you killed it with a single arrow.
And you killed it.
Oh wow.
I guess I will now just, because I'm still on one action. Can I
Yeah.
fire that second shot at the other dude? It wouldn't get any of the bonuses of the hunter prey.
That's correct, and it would. It does get a +1 bonus to its armor class for cover from your friends, but otherwise you can do that.
Okay, great. So it would be a -5, but it's technically like a -6 almost.
Yes.
Or I guess you'll just add whatever its armor class is.
So yeah, you just worry
Okay.
about the -5.
Oh. Well, this dice likes to crag. So it would be a 2 plus 2 then is 4, and I'm considering adding an edge to try and not critically fail this. Nah, I don't know if that'll help.
Actually gonna do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna add the edge. I don't
You went
think it'll
from
help.
one
I don't know.
to the other, and you have critically failed.
Oh, no.
And several of your companions are between you and your target. So I'm going to roll.
Remember, he had the option to not critically fail.
Okay, but we didn't know. We don't know. I'm not metagaming.
So Shayog and Pupa are direct between you and your target. I'm going to roll a d4. On a 1 and 2, Shayog is going to take some damage. On a 3 and 4, it's going to be Pipa. Here we go.
I hope it's
Oh
Shayog.
no, let it be me.
It's a 4. That would be
No! Little Peepa!
Pipa's gonna take, this is just going to be regular weapon damage. No extra dice, no precision, no nothing. Regular
Rinse
weapon
of
damage.
redemption?
Do you
Roll
make,
one.
make Hawk rethink all of his actions until this point?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Can I give her
It's
all
just-
my edges? Oh my god.
It's just 7.
7 points of damage to Pipa. Oh no.
I'm still up. I'm still
Are
up.
you
It's okay.
alive? Okay.
I'm still up. Yes, I'm still up. It's okay.
Hawk just goes, sorry, and decides, and he's gonna start moving towards. He's gonna move 30 feet up so that he can be closer to Pipa to hopefully heal her as soon as this is all done.
You're making your way towards Pipa. And after Hawk's incredible turn, from one end of the spectrum to the other, that's Hawk. It is Oopsie's turn.
All right. This is mostly for flavor. But you tell me what you want from me and how many actions it takes. Because I'm currently
Okay.
without a sword. But I do have my
That's true.
shield, and I have a shield bash. So I wanna run at this thing, and I wanna jump as high as possible and kind of come down directly on top of it, pressing kind of like a juice press, right on the vine.
You want to juice it. You want to juice the vine. I mean, just roll an attack. I mean, this will be a move and an attack. So 2 actions. Shield bash away.
Ooh, it's an 18 on the die. Plus 5. 23.
That does it. That does it.
Of 4 blunt damage.
4 points of damage. You managed to squish a great deal of this thing. It is struggling mightily under your shield, but it is still active. You do have 1 action left.
I will draw my blade from its soon-to-be
you grab the sword that you stuck into it earlier, and you are ready if it manages to survive the coming storm. It does get one more turn. It is still locked on to Rias, so it's going to try to maintain that with a total of probably going to do it with a total of 22 against your athletics DC. I'm going to say that probably gets you. So then it's going to try to lash twice.
Double on my athletics thing, Jim. Got me double.
Its first attack is going to hit a 23.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The question is, because you're flat-footed, is that critical?
Oh crap!
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I want to stare into this.
How critical?
Oh my god.
Glimpse of redemption.
No.
I'll just take the damage reduction.
All right, minus 4.
I'll reduce the damage by 4.
Can I put in 2 sinks?
No, he's already rolling damage.
Roll damage already. We're past sync time. With the minus 4, that's 13 points of damage.
And it's wrapped up in these vines goes down.
No!
Because a critical is what dropped you, you immediately go to dying 2.
Oh no!
Oh!
And this creature has a 3rd attack, and it's mindless. And all it knows is it just wants to feed. So it continues to feed on Rias.
No!
I'm adding a sync to it.
Okay.
Anything.
I'm adding. Wait. I'm so mad. I've got 2 sinks. 2 sinks.
2 sinks from Sheog, and how many from Hawk? 1. That brings my total to attack Rias to a 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Even flat-footed and down. Yeah.
All right. So it tries to just dig its roots into you and draw sustenance from your unconscious body, but your companion's sheer force of will staves off the horrible fate that might await you.
Ooh.
And it is Sheog's turn.
Ooh, Sheog. Ooh, can she take a flying leap onto the center of this vine creature?
I mean, you're standing right next to it, so that would be rather difficult. You can certainly hit it very hard.
So what I'd like to do is I just want to take my falchion and I just want to like saw this thing into little pieces.
Chop salad.
Okay. Saw away.
Chop salad indeed. Oh, I'm mad. Okay, here we go. 12.
12's a miss.
No.
Let's use edges.
Wait. Yes. Oh,
Are we allowed to
on
use
my
edges
next
on people?
How many? What are you doing? Sure, if you want to throw edges on things.
Okay, I have 2 edges. Okay, try again, and I'll give you those 2 edges.
Okay, thank you.
Just using the reroll and the 2 edges.
19 on the die. Woo! Plus 4, plus 2. Come on. Tell me I hit
Yeah,
this thing.
you got it. You got this thing pretty bad.
Oh, chopped salads. Let's see.
Would that be a critical hit? Then? 19 plus 4 plus 2, 25.
25 is not a critical hit.
Oh, man. Okay, so a 1d10 plus 4 to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points.
Hey.
Well, it doesn't need to be a critical hit because you thoroughly obliterate this thing.
All right.
Despite the fact that you have killed all of these creatures, it is Rias's turn next. And Rias needs to make a flat check because he is dying. The DC is 12. Flat on the die, 12 or higher.
Can I add my edges to this? Did we decide possible?
Typically you can't.
Okay, that's all
He's
right.
not saying more. That's end statement.
So I think I'm gonna stop there.
Okay, typically I can. Okay, right off the die, gotta beat a 12.
Can I give him?
Oh no!
No.
That's a 4 on the die, so that's not gonna do it.
That's not gonna do it. You are dying 3. If you fail one more save, you will die. And it is Peepa's turn after that.
Can I heal him and that will stop the dying condition?
I don't know. Can you? Can you heal him? Or will he die because you failed?
No! I walk over and I soothe. I touch him. I soothe.
She's touching me. Look, see? She's touching me. Totally counts.
I'm like barely walking and I soothe you. Okay. 1d10 plus 4. Oh, come on. 7 points of heal.
Okay, I'll just sit up.
Eyes awaken. From the brink of death.
Nasty.
I'll soothe you again, and then I'll soothe myself, and that's the last of my level 1 spells.
I'm in for life. Donated $20 to give 2 mercies to Rias, just in case.
Oh.
Steven,
thank you. I'm gonna use both of those, Jim, to get 4 back.
All right.
Can I do a heal check on him? How bad does he look?
I'll let it.
Yeah, I mean, he looks about halfsies. I mean, he's pretty banged up.
Oopsie will waddle up, put his dill scented hands on his chest, and give him lay on hands. You get 6 back.
Okay. All right.
Aww. I'm gonna heal myself with this.
Feeling much better. That was quite entertaining. Thank you.
I want to collect my 3 arrows that aren't in Peepa.
Okay. Yes.
So I get those.
Yeah.
And then I go up to Peepa and I'm like, I'm sorry about that. Craziness of the battle.
It's okay. You saved me the first time, and I probably should have been honest with you both at the beginning, because you truly are friends saving us.
When she just kind of looks at her feet and kind of feels guilty.
Honest about what? Why are you out here? There are no pickles out here.
Pickle?
Well, you brought that one.
What out here?
Rias would start to stand up and he would say, yes, we were not quite honest with you, but both of you finding all of us here in the woods and helping take care of these creatures. We came out here, I'm sure you met her before. We came out to save Fenray. She was unfortunately turned to stone on a mission that herself and Kanshaka asked us to help her with. We didn't quite know who we could actually go and talk to find
this other woman that we actually helped turn back to flesh from being stone as well, and I guess we were, the three of us were just very upset by the whole matter, and Oopsie and myself not really knowing the two of you and not wanting to bring the two of you on any bad tasks that we were possibly going to get into, but I do thank you both so much, and I would like to apologize and know that I can definitely trust the two of you as well. Thank you. And Reyes would walk over and offer his hands just to grab yours and say, thank you very, very much.
Well, I am glad now we know what is going on and that you're not hunting pickles.
Sorry.
We find pickles. Pops make good pickles. Best pickles ever.
Pop's pickles were absolutely delicious.
But we can't tell anyone what we're doing because we can get in serious trouble and not work for HEI anymore. So, can we trust you guys to help us?
Well,
why wouldn't you be able to work for them anymore?
Am I right, Jim? If
yes,
that's right.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. Because you were working on a contract. You were basically you have like non-compete clauses in your contracts with HEI. So taking a personal contract for FanRay would make you liable, both to be fired, and the company would then want to collect damages for losing the value of your work. It would put you in a lot of legal trouble.
Well, I have to be honest. FanRay, she's good. I liked her a lot.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Talk.
I don't usually talk much anyway.
Yes, but what about your dog? Is Ajax going to talk at all?
Dog can talk?
He talk. Only slightly less than me.
Well, listen. We will not only not say anything, but we will help you if you help us. Hey.
I definitely. Yes.
Okay.
You need your signature.
Signatures for what?
For what?
Whoopsie sign autograph. Whoopsie good that.
Prison transfer.
Prison. It's the person that you were supposed to transport today. Why do you need our signatures?
Yeah.
We need some sort of witness to have signed off on him doing something illegal. He was part of whatever trip you took.
Oh, that bastard.
Oh, guy from boat.
Yes, guy from the boat.
Yeah, he killed
They wouldn't let us see him. Oh. Well.
Yeah, we do that. We do that, no problem. Gotta say FanRay. So
I think we have to go back to town to do the signature. Why you come all this way out here?
We can't leave yet.
Oopsie sneaks again.
we have to talk to the lady here who can help us save FanRay from not being a statue. She's a powerful druid.
Well, I suppose we should go talk to her. I mean, Hawk, he's in jail. Where are he gonna go, right? So let's go talk to ladies.
Okay.
21 to be sneaky, Jim.
All right.
Oh.
He's gone all of a sudden. Once again, Oopsie has just disappeared into the weeds, literally. Oopsie, you make your way up to the house itself. It looks like it's been long abandoned, except that you can now see the glow from like a firelight or a lantern inside. Smoke still rises from the chimney. It's clearly inhabited, though it is in poor repair. There's a creaky wooden porch leading up to a rickety old door. What do you do?
Are there any windows or any gaps?
Yeah, there's windows over all of the windows that you can currently see. There's all the front windows, at least, that have the curtains drawn. Though you can see behind one of them, there's like a flickering light that you can see. You just can't really see into the room.
I just want to listen and see if I can hear voices. Maybe.
Make a perception check.
See.
Natural 1.
You don't hear anything.
I'm like listening to the porch, like head down on the floor. He's safe, guys. He's safe.
You take. Oopsie takes a step, and the porch creaks, and he's like, "Wait, I hear somebody moving in there."
Would start walking up to the...
Okay. You get up to the porch, and when you all get there, and you're about to, you're talking about yourselves like, how do we proceed? What do we do? And suddenly the door like flies open, and you see this halfling in earth tones, wild hair, a bone necklace around her. She's got her hands up, and you can see energy crackling between her fingers. Just, whoa! What are you doing here? Why did you come? Did Lord Velasque send you? Speak now, or I'll kill you all where you stand. And Oopsie holds out a pickle.
Help save
That's rude.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Pipa.
We helped save your friend. We love the shipment and guiding her and protecting her and got her here safely. And we just need help because our friend was turned to stone. We really need the help to bring her back. And yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Halfling. Sure, no. The halfling sort of looks at all of you, and you can see like a note of recognition in her eyes. And at this point, a human woman steps up behind the halfling and puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "Don't you recognize them? They're the ones who brought me to you in Stayhill. They're clearly not here to do us any harm." And the halfling sort of like her shoulders slump, and the energy crackling between her fingers fades away. She says, "Well, they're mercenaries. I don't know who's paying them to be here, and how do we know we can trust their story that their friend's in trouble? And it's too dangerous. We have to stay hidden."
No one pay
and you can
Oopsie.
see. What was that?
No one pay Oopsie.
Make a diplomacy check. I actually have Pipa make it, and Oopsie, you can give a bonus to Pipa since you've also been hanging out with her.
Good call, Jim.
If Hawk doesn't growl, does that also help Pipa?
No.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Whoa! That's funny. So hearing your explanation that you need help, and the human woman who you remember her name, the woman that you originally saved, was Kimber Velasque, and she looks down and says, "Valerie, you have to help them. They're the only reason that we're together." And Valerie is, she looks sort of like she's still like super worried about this and doesn't really know what to do, but she softens when Kimber tells her that she has to go. She says, "Fine. Tell me where your friend is, and I'll meet you there. But I'm not traveling with you. I'll make my own way. And know that if I get even the slightest hint, that you're leading me into some kind of trap, I'll do whatever it takes to get back here to Kimber."
Cockatrice cave in the woods. Look for ladder. Go up ladder in cave.
I'll meet you there, and by sunset tomorrow, go, and I'll be there. You have my word.
You also have our word that we are not going to tell anyone about where you are both staying at as well.
I certainly hope not.
Can
It
Hawk
seems like you
roll
have gained
perception?
her aid. Sure.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was gonna roll it on. So I rolled my nat 20 on that. I definitely know she's with us.
No, she does seem like she's being honest. She seems super concerned. Like, you can tell that even though she's agreed to help you, it's mostly because Kimber has asked her to, and because Pipa, like, she recognizes that Oopsie, Pipa, and Rias as the ones who brought the statue that she transformed. So she recognizes them. So she's willing to go along with it, but you can tell that she's still a little nervous, but not. There's no malice or lie in it. She'll do what she said.
All right. So we'll meet you there, and we'll go back to town in the meantime.
Yes, I think that would be best.
Now, I don't know much about this type of magic. You'll be able to save her with that much time, right? You said between sunset tomorrow. That is a bit of time.
I see no reason. If your friend has been turned to stone, my magic can counteract that no matter how long it's been.
All right. Let's go take care of the paperwork. Not for this, a different thing.
Oh, thank goodness. There's no paper trail. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna pluck a morning glory instead of a leaf. I'm gonna pluck one of my little flowers off of my legs, and then just lay it down at the doorstep. And I say, "Thank you so much for understanding, and it's great to see you in flesh." And then she just curtsies and she walks away.
Excellent. All right. So you have successfully gained Kimber and Valerie's aid, but it does look like there's still one mission left unfulfilled. And it seems that Sheog and Hawk need your help back at the Stay Hill Village Constable's office. So you make your way back. It is getting late in the day when you arrive, as you spent most of the day making your way across the bridge and to the village and eating pickles and fighting lashing vines. But sure enough, when you arrive at the office, it does appear to still be open, except as soon as you actually get through the door, red flags go up and internal alarm bells are ringing loudly because it is a madhouse. You see 4 halflings tied up, blindfolded and gagged in the middle of the floor, and they are struggling, and they can hear your footsteps, and you can hear them. You can see that there is a door that leads to a set of stairs under the constable's office that has been flung open and almost torn off its hinges. What do you do?
Hawk is gonna grab his kukri out.
Okay.
And go over. He's gonna ungag one of the halflings and say, "We're with HEI. What happened?" And he's gonna start cutting him loose.
Sure, you start cutting him. There's some lizard folk came in here and they beat us and they went after. I think they went down into the cells. I don't know. They didn't say anything. They just they knocked us out and tied us up.
Have they been back up?
No, they're still down there.
Oopsie runs that direction.
You run in that direction. Is anybody else going with Oopsie?
Yeah.
All of us.
Yes.
All right.
Especially hearing lizard folk. Why lizard folk every time, Jim? Every time.
Lushy's attacked us just now.
Leshy's and lizard folks.
True. Leshy's and lizard folks. That's the new game that I'm designing. You get down to the bottom of the stairs, and you see indeed that there are 3 lizard folk, weapons drawn, standing before an open cell, and they've got a halfling guard. One of them has a halfling guard in its claws. The guard sees you when you get down to that and says, "Wait, help me! These lizard folk are going to kill me!" What do you do?
I say in all my intimidating goblin-y manner through my goblin filed blunt teeth, I go, no!
Make an intimidation check.
Hawk also growls to give
use
him a
my
little
reroll?
help.
I'm gonna use that reroll. Much better. 24.
Nice.
Okay.
Does he get,
you
does
can
he get a little
see
help
that,
from
like,
growling?
No, he does not get a little help from growling. we're not going to carry that through as a constant. But 24 is sufficient. You see that like everybody sort of stops when they see you, and one of the lizard folk that doesn't have the halfling in his grasp says, "Step aside. This one lies. It's no halfling. It is a murderer, and we will bring it to our justice." The halfling guard's like, "Wait, no! What are you talking about? Help me! Help me!"
Can I roll against his deception, knowing that we literally brought in kind of a?
Oh yeah,
changeling?
sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
19? No, 18.
18. I mean, let me put it this way: the halfling guard seems pretty convincing, but Oopsie does know that you brought a doppelganger, like you were the one who imprisoned a doppelganger, so it would go to reason that perhaps something's up here. Though you don't really catch any flaws in, if this is a disguise from the halfling, you don't catch any flaw in it. One of the two.
I want to turn to Hawk. I'm like, we get them all. Take all. Prisoner shape change guy. We take all. Tie him up.
Oh, okay. So Shale gets out a rope and says, "Okay, I'm gonna tie you up. Give me your hands, please."
The lizard folk are like, "No, absolutely not. Step aside. We're taking this murderer to justice. You have no reason to save him."
I've got
wait a minute.
paperwork to do.
My brethren, why are you all taking him away? What sort of justice are you talking of?
You know, brother, that this thing that wears the halfling face killed one of ours, Sesk. Sesk is dead from his hands. He will pay, not in a cell. He will hang for what he's done.
Sesk was the ship hand, yeah?
Yes, it was
Yeah, he
the
was one of the
ship hand who was killed aboard the ferry.
Oh,
Do
so
any
he
of
was
them
a
have
good.
Do any of them have a large chest gash?
What's that?
Do any of them have a large scar or cut across their?
No.
Well, I'm doing it to stop you. I know what that feeling is like, watching a brethren of mine as well dead upon the ground.
And Rias just steps back, puts his hands behind his back. I will allow you to pass.
Hold up. Literally, our job is to take this guy right here and go to the city where he will be tried and probably hanged there. So don't muck with our paperwork, because then I get in trouble and I lose my job just because you wanted to do it your way when the same thing's probably going to happen over there.
This is the trouble with you humans. Our brother Rias, he understands. You and your papers and your process, it is nothing. He must die by our hands. Our brother was slain. It is our justice.
You know nothing about why we do what we do. You know nothing about why we must do this work. You know nothing of our homes, who is there or who's been taken. Let us do our jobs so that we can have a bit of honor in this time.
Make a diplomacy check.
That was a good speech.
Going on.
Mm.
I'm adding that edge so that I have something to add to this roll.
All right.
That is an 8.
An 8. At this point, one of the one that actually has the halfling in his grasp says, "Enough of this talk. This is the problem. We'll go now through you if we have to." And all 3 of the lizard folk begin to charge forward. Roll initiative.
Oh, no.
Now I roll over 10.
Well, I didn't, so.
Oopsie, what are we looking at?
Well, a 4 plus a 2 is a 6, Jim.
6 for Oopsie. Not impressive, but still, you're at least gonna get to go. Shayog.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Huck.
Hawk has a 21.
Huck has a 21. Peepa.
20.
Whoa. Peepa's always got those good initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
Rias.
7.
Ooh,
7
yeah.
for Rias. Maybe his heart just wasn't in it, so he doesn't really get the jump on these guys. Peepa, you are first to react. You see these guys are just going to come, it looks like they're just going to try to come burst through your group and try to power through to the other side. They don't seem to be coming in to attack you, but your companions do seem to be set on stopping them. There are 3 of them.
Can I cast sleep on one of them?
Yes, you can. There are 2 in the lead that seem to be shielding the third. The third is actually holding on to the halfling and dragging him behind. Which one do you want to target?
The one that they're holding the guy behind.
Okie dokie. So he is going to try to make a will save. 15?
Nope, you fail.
Ugh, okay, so tell me what happens.
Okay,
I
each
got
creature that
sleepies.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a 5-foot burst. Oh, no. Okay. Each creature in the area becomes drowsy and might fall asleep. A creature that fails unconscious from this spell doesn't fall prone or release what it's holding. The spell doesn't prevent creatures from waking up due to a successful perception check limiting its utility in combat. Success. The creature takes a -1 status penalty to perception checks for 1 round.
Okay, so with a 5-foot burst, you'd actually be able to catch all of them. Obviously, the one that's holding the halfling failed already, so it is asleep. But then the other 2 also have to make that same save. The next one is a 19. Does a 19 pass?
Yes, it passes.
What if it had 2 sinks on it, Jim?
Oh!
Look at Jim's face!
Does the 17 pass?
Nope. Sorry.
So that one also falls asleep. And the third one. With a total of an 18.
18 is exactly my spell DC.
Think!
Ah, come on. You nonsense.
Yes!
Technically, the halfling is also in the radius.
Yeah.
So it will have to make a save as well. Making a save for the halfling. Natural 20 on the halfling save. So the halfling is still awake. But all 3 of the lizard folk clunk, 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 fall almost on top of each other. The halfling's like, oh, thank you. They were going to kill me. They thought I was somebody. I don't know what's going on. Let me go check on my companions above. I heard a commotion up there.
I cast command on him.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll make a save against the command. That is a 19 total.
Oh, do I have? Oh, yeah. I can't quite catch him. You just got it.
Okay, so he's not commanded. However, Hawk, I heard you had a thing as well. What are you doing?
Yeah, my kukri's right at his neck. And he's
so
like,
you get
now
up
hold
to
it.
him. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get up to him because he's like, oh, I'll go upstairs. I will put my... So I guess my blade's at his throat, and I can hold action, right, if he tries to do anything, and that would be my other 2 turns. So if he tries to get away, like hurt us or anything, get away, I'm gonna... Because my friend, the pickle lover, said he's a shapeshifter.
Okay. At this point, the halfling sort of like puts his hands up. He says, well, I did have to try, didn't I? And his body sort of like begins to elongate, and he becomes this sort of almost faceless, mauve-skinned, hideous alien-looking creature. He says, well, I suppose you did have the upper hand, considering it was these 3 who put me here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Can't blame a man for trying, can you?
Yeah. Still a bad thing.
If you say so. Well, you've got me, Mr. Policeman, if that's what you are.
So I'm up.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm all up.
Well, can we put the other ones in the cell?
Oh yeah, the cell's open currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tie up the shapeshifter.
Sure.
I'll work on
tie up the shapeshifter. He offered now that the ruse is up, he doesn't seem to be interested in offering up any resistance. He watches seemingly with amused interest as you drag the 3 of the lizard folk into the cell. He actually points to the one. That one has the keys. And indeed, one of the lizard folk had taken the keys from the halflings that they tied up. You managed to lock the lizard folk in the cell. You return upstairs, untie the other halfling guards, I assume, and they're like super grateful to be released. Like, what happened? Oh my goodness!
Yes, we did our job.
Got them. Thank you for your work.
Lizard guys in cell. Here's keys. Have fun.
They seem incredibly impressed with your ability to diffuse the situation and keep hold of the prisoner.
Oh, but
Hawk
did it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure someone signed the bloody paperwork.
Oh yeah, sure. One of the constable that you were talking to earlier gets a clipboard from like there's like papers strewn everywhere. Manages to gather up some of it. It takes him a few minutes, but then he gets oh wait, right here. Just this form right here. I'll make everything all official, and that's all we need. And then we can release that thing into your custody. And be careful getting him back to Cavalosha.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll see. Yeah, well, we gotta go. Bye.
We gotta go.
As everyone else starts leaving, I kind of want to walk up to like the head little halfling really quick.
Sure.
I just want to tell him, listen, my brethren downstairs, I do not believe they meant you any harm. It was more the creature that we are taking, so please go easy on them. They see a brethren of theirs fall, I feel.
The halflings are, they've been talking amongst themselves, and the one that you're speaking to is just, well, the thing is, a little dust up, they might spend a day down there, but we'll probably release them. We really don't want any trouble with the lizard folk village. We have good relations with them, and we don't want to cause some kind of an incident, so they're probably going to be okay. They didn't seriously hurt anybody, but it is, I guess, a good thing that you stopped them. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened. Cavalosha probably would have been all bloodthirsty for their justice, and it would have been a whole incident. So, don't worry. They're not going to come to any harm on our account.
Excellent. And where exactly is their little town, their little area that they stay in?
You know that along the shore of Lake Cavalos, on the far eastern side, there is a small community of maybe 50 lizard folk or so that basically they live sort of apart from the city and apart from Stay Hill. They have decent relations with everybody, and like obviously sometimes some lizard folk will go and work in the city as you have done, or they'll work like on Mesker's Ferry. Obviously there were the lizard folk who worked for him, but they mostly like to keep to themselves. Their society just operates differently from Stay Hill and Cavalucia, so they don't have the same goals and interests. It's only a few of them that ever really sort of get that desire to go and experience the other societies, that they'll go and move and do that.
Excellent. I appreciate you, and we will take very good care, wink, of this tied-up creature.
Why did he say
Reese
wink?
turns
That
and
was
walks
so
up.
weird. So you make your way back to Cavalucia. You get there. Basically, the journey takes you until sundown. The moon is high in the sky by the time you get back to the city proper. But with the prisoner in tow, you drop him off at the Cavalucian prison, where he is taken into custody, official custody of the city, awaiting his trial. And you have fulfilled your contract, so you will be paid. Sheog and Hawk both are, you know that in the morning you'll be able to return to the HEI headquarters and get your payment from them. You all spend a restful night in the city, and it is the following day that you move to meet with Valerie out in the forest, as she had promised to meet you to save Fanray. You get into the Rhoda forest, making your way towards the Cockatrice cave, and when you arrive, there is at first no sign of anybody there. However, after just a few minutes, a hawk swoops, a literal hawk, not the hawk that's with you, an actual bird hawk, swoops down out of the sky and transforms into a halfling before your very eyes. Since I was just making sure there was nobody else around. I know your friend is in the cave, but it does seem that this isn't a trap for now, so let's get this work done. You lead Valerie into the cave. You find Khan Shaka standing vigil over the statue of Fanray Mithel. Valerie seems quite interested in the cave itself. She says, "You really did have quite a cockatrice problem here. Not many creatures like this around these parts anymore, which is a lucky thing, since they're quite nasty." Without much fanfare, Valerie begins the words to her spell. Violet swirls of energy rise up from the stone around Fanray's feet and sink into the statue itself, which begins to lose its granite hue before your very eyes. It is the work of but a few moments, but suddenly Fanray sags to the ground, sucking in deep lungfuls of air. Once again, flesh and blood. You have saved your companion and freed her from the cockatrice's curse. While you are all standing about celebrating and hugging each other, Valerie interrupts with a conspicuous clearing of her throat. When she has your attention, you can still see that she seems rather upset. You know, before you arrived, I did some scouting around, making sure there was no sign of House Velasque anywhere in the vicinity. There wasn't, of course. You were being honest about your concerns here. But I've discovered something else distressing. Dead Leshy, the forest in disarray. And so I was curious, can anybody here tell me why exactly it is that the woods are so bloody pissed off? And that, my friends, is a story for another day. Because we reached the end of our time here tonight. But it was
I didn't do
successes all around.
Jamie, you're
saved
alive!
Fanray. Jamie's alive. I hope Jamie gets to see that in the chat.
We forgot to
saying finally.
I was gonna ask about the other guy that we climbed up here to save in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she'll have to restore
Jamie.
him to life as well. Yes, we'll have to restore him as well.
Oh, he's got holes in his skin.
I know
Let's
why.
go ahead and hang out with the chat before we get out of here, because I'm sure they have a lot to say.
Sarah says, "Great story, Jim, as always."
Scott's coming
Awesome.
after you, Jim. Jim, you can't even kill a statue. Sad.
Yeah, I know. I almost killed a lizard folk today, but I was thwarted by Soothe.
Jamie's
Very
like,
close. Was I at? I was at 3.
Yeah, you were dying 3.
Yeah, that was
Closest
close.
death you can be without being dead.
That's the you're the closest now.
Yes.
Voss shows up late and is like, "What? A mixed level party? Uh-oh, dangerous."
Well, I would like to say that since this has been Fanray and Shayog and Hawk's second foray into the wilderness, perhaps they also have learned just enough so that if we see them again, they would be level 2.
Yay!
Level up to level 3, right?
Not yet.
No, you remain level 2.
Aw.
Close.
But I did a cool sword throw, Jim.
You did do a cool sword throw. It was pretty good.
And Jim, it's gonna have to go in Van have a legit pickle shop now. Pops, pickles, and pints.
Yeah.
Pops, pickles, and pints.
Oopsie has a new favorite hangout.
I'm sure. He'll
Legendary.
spend all of his days off in Stay Hill eating pickles.
You better get a driving dog. Save that time.
Yeah, get your own dog. You can buy a dog yourself.
POTUS says this town deserves a better class of half-orc fighter. More Shayog required. I agree.
We have enjoyed Shayog's presence quite a bit. She's quite the always here.
I need a pickle hunting
gosh.
I love Shayog.
I'll always be the pickle
when does
companion to you.
I was gonna say, Jim, when does this group take place compared to the rest of the DaT Phantom? How far?
This would be like
in the past?
Maybe it's pretty contemporary with the DaT Phantom stuff. This is still prior to the start of Phantom by only like a few weeks even. So things. So theoretically, perhaps if HEI ever had to send heroes to deal with the Phantom crisis, perhaps these heroes could make an appearance in that city as well, if that ever comes to that.
AKA, that's what happens. Like Jim has a backup in case he kills us over in Phantom. Now we have a
Except for
backup.
Hawk. I've had enough of Hawk. He's not allowed in my games anymore.
You just gave Hawk a level. Hawk is level 2 now.
That's too much Hawk for me.
I mean, advanced placement, or advanced presets, whatever it is.
Before we head out, I do want to thank all of you. Sorry, I wanted to thank all of you for joining us this evening. Candace, Nathan, Adam Kahn, Diana, and Jared. It was a pleasure as always. So thanks for joining us.
So much fun.
Thanks
Jim.
to all of you.
Thank you, Jim,
for watching. It was it's fun running for you guys. We have, of course, we've made a lot of changes to our schedule. However, one thing we didn't change is that we are still doing Things in Space tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in for our Starfinder adventure. And then, of course, I would be remiss not to announce or remind you that next Tuesday we are going to be in the PaizoCon special. That is actually on Paizo's official channel at 4 p.m. Pacific. We will be running a Heroic Endeavors adventure just for the Paizo team and all of you. So please come and watch it on we'll be hosting it, but if you go to Paizo's channel, that would be cool because you can chat with us just like normal.
Yay!
We still have Crits and Giggles on Monday, so lots of content in the next coming days. Make sure that you join us for it, especially if you like Candace. If you like Shayog so much, then you gotta come see Astrid because she's just as awesome. It's a good time.
And Skeslin too. It's amazing.
Skeslin, he does his best to keep up with Astrid and Chip, but it's quite a race to do so.
And we're giving away your beginner box tomorrow on the show.
That's right. We have a special giveaway tomorrow, the Starfinder Beginner Box. So if you like what you're seeing, on our Starfinder show and you're thinking, how can I get on some of those adventures at my own table, then you are going to want to join in to try to win that Starfinder beginner box, which of course we did the commercial for, as you've seen many times on our channel. So it's a really cool thing. And the beginner box is actually really cool. Like, it comes with everything you need to play Starfinder, even if you've never touched the system. It's a really, really great introduction to the system. So if you are interested in Starfinder at all, you're going to want to win that Starfinder beginner box. With all of that, I will leave you until our next meeting. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the bits and donations. Thank you for just being you and hanging out with us on the stream. We will see you soon. Good night.
Yay. Bye.